Hi! Welcome to the Adventure Archive. I am Evil Andy XO, and I will be your dungeon master for this evening. Joining us for episode 2 of Theros Tomorrow's Twilight, I'd like to welcome back Eric. You know him from our Dark Kingdoms campaign. Who are you playing tonight, Eric?
I am Brazino. Lionel?
Leonin, yeah.
Leonin. Paladin.
Oh, Lion.
Thundercats!
Wow. Exactly.
Um,
Go for Thundercats.
You know him from Late to the Show Entertainment. Joining us again for episode 2 is Christian L2S. Who are you playing tonight, L2?
I'm playing the Leonin Barbarian, Fonaze Dinata.
Bonazi.
Fonaze.
My good neighbor and one of our longest community members, we have Cecila Janelle. Tell us about your character, Janelle.
Bakira is a Cedar Warlock of the Genie, and she's a little outgoing, just a touch.
Excellent. You also know him from Dark Kingdoms. Matt, how you doing tonight? Tell us
Doing
about
great,
your
Andy.
character.
My character is Nico. He's also a Leonin. Rawr.
Lions and lions and lions, oh my.
Woo.
You know him from his writing blogs, also from Dark Kingdoms. Jason, who are you playing tonight?
I am the only human in the bunch, a bard named Periegros, but I'm missing an S, I see. But that's okay.
Oh no, oh no.
It's all right.
I'll take that note down. Goodness gracious me. If you're just joining us for the first time, tomorrow's Twilight is set in Theros, the Magic the Gathering setting which Wizards of the Coast brought to Dungeons and Dragons in the last year with the book Mythic Odysseys of Theros. In 2013, the setting first came out as a block for the Magic the Gathering card game, and it is a fantasy reimagining of Greece. With different gods who are analogs for the traditional gods that we know of. It is a very different world from Faerun and traditional Dungeons and Dragons. The gods are very involved. They walk around, they answer prayers, and are very present in everyone's lives. Yeah, let's go, melee. So, where we are in the story. This is the crew of tomorrow's Twilight. They arrived from Miletus at the behest of the politician and philosopher Parasophia. They were responding to a prophecy portending doom, that on the longest day, the lost children of Volantin must raise their voices in joy, or else perish in sunfire, along with the hopes of all of Theros. Wanting to avert this doom, tomorrow's Twilight's crew showed up, and they had 3 days before the summer solstice, and they're going to attempt to alleviate the woes and problems facing Alekos, and there are many. Mechanically, how all of this works, at the end of the third day, tomorrow's Twilight is also a theater company, and they're going to put on a production to get the people of Alekos to raise their voices in joy. Right now, without completing any of the quests, you can see up in the top right-hand corner there that if they just went in now, they would roll a D100, and they would have a 97% chance of failure. They'd have to roll a 98, a 99, or a 100 on that D100, or else doom most certainly happens. However, they have an opportunity to lower those. With every quest that they do, they will lower those by a certain percentage. Right now, they're on a quest to destroy the Manticore, or the Chromanticore. And if they succeed, they will lower that failure percentage by 10 percentage points. When we last left our party, they had just found an entrance to the cave, the lair of the Chromanticore, at the top of a peak in the Trekkies Pass, and they entered there and came face to face with 3 small chromanticores looking like the young, just recently born, looking at them hungrily. And that's where we are, guys. I'm assuming you would like to roll initiative. Do any of you want to do anything before we get to that?
Quick question. Do they look like they can fly yet?
They
Or
have
I not gotten a good enough look? Or
just looking at them now, their wings are awfully small, and their bodies, you know how like they have the body of a cat? Have you ever seen like a young mountain lion? They are awkward, and these creatures look similarly awkward. They're kind of divine or like Nixie nature mixed with the unnatural amalgamation of what they are. They look extra awkward, and they have like human-like faces with these long teeth, and it's they are most certainly awkward.
Ugh,
That's horrible.
Yeah,
that's pretty bad.
There's 3 of them?
there are 3 of them.
Okay. All right, let's roll initiative.
Yeah.
Rolling
Time.
initiative. Okay, let's do this. I'm on the wrong. Here we go. Okay. I'm
I
gonna
forgot
ask
to click
you
my
all to
token.
do that
Shoot.
again because I have to clear the list.
I would gladly do that again.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. Go ahead and one
Try
more
again.
time.
Okay.
All right, I gotta click on my. Who wants to click on the token first?
Ooh.
Yes.
Wow.
Please click on the token first.
Melee got a 1.
Of course.
Ooh, Periergo.
Sometimes it makes you most effective.
Yeah, I'm the one who needs to go first.
That's all right.
Okay. Let's garbage that one, and let's do a roll for these
There we go.
guys.
Oh, nice.
So I can't see any of them. Is that how it's supposed to be?
You can't see any of them?
No, I just see
It's very dim.
Didn't help.
darkness.
You gotta slide your map over. There's like a lot of black earth.
No, I mean I see the map. I just don't see any tokens other than ours.
That's interesting.
Well, you and I don't have dark vision.
Is that why? Yeah,
Probably.
we can't see into the cave.
Oh, interesting.
It should be daylight lit, so if you move forward, you can see the cave, correct?
Oh yeah, I can see inside the cave. It just where it dims out, it looks like a bunch of bones and rocks and stuff. But that's it.
Move forward slightly and see if it makes them available to you, because it might be just that you can't actually see the tokens.
Yeah, so I have to be all the way inside.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
So then I
Probably
don't see
blocking
them.
your vision. You don't.
You have a hard time seeing them. You have a hard time seeing inside of here, like for certain, because
Friends, what do you see? I hear something, but I see nothing.
all right, and a 17 for the creatures, and let's do descending order. Up first is Periergos. You look into the cave and you see all these things before you. You can kind of see movement in the cave. These it's actually a little bit lit from above. You can see like beams of light coming through the rock. It's not a very deep cave, but it's just difficult for your eyes to see.
So I can't really see anybody where I'm standing right now. Just sort of.
Then
Any of these
I don't think you would
pups.
be able to attack
Okay.
them.
All right, so I'm kind of. Do I see anything from the 2 guys in front of me? Like, are they just? Are you guys saying like, "Hey, there's dudes in here"? Because for right now, I'm like looking into a dark cave.
Preparing
Oh.
rocks to drop in.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like this.
I would
I mean-
make that DM call. I mean, I rolled a 5 on initiative. Would I be, or not even a 4 plus 1? Would I be able to say, oh, they're
Sure, we can resolve
So-
this as like a start. You kind of You react like there's
Okay.
something there.
Yeah, like
definitely.
I definitely have like a deep like purring growl as I like lay eyes on
Oh,
these
I'm
things.
sure you
So,
guys are
yeah.
reacting like
Oh, yeah.
predators for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see the
So
fur go up.
I pretty much step in, see this thing, step back out. Like, oh, my friends, you, Funanzi, this is more of your domain, I believe. And I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on him. I use Bardic Inspiration. So I take out my lute, make sure it's tuned.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I know
Absolute.
time of the essence, and then I
Nice.
start strumming some stuff and give him some Bardic Inspiration.
Excellent.
And I'm just gonna hang back.
All right. Cool. Up next, it is Funazi.
All right. So, seeing what I see, I switch out for a warhammer for my back, and I go to. I think I'm gonna go to charge the one right here.
Excellent. Go ahead. Go ahead and move yourself. You have complete control.
10, 15, 20. Perfect. There, and I'm just gonna go for a swing, and I'm gonna use one of the blesses that I have to add to that. Oh, I can use the bless after the roll, right? I can use bless after the roll.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, so yeah, I'll give it a shot first.
So I'm going to put something
that's right.
up here.
Yeah.
This is the AC of the creatures in the room. So you know you're going for a 14, so you don't even have to ask.
Okay. Well, great. Okay. So.
Thank you very much for that Bane. I will certainly be using it.
And yep, definitely using the.
Ah ha 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 ha.
Bonazes.
Yeah, and there we go.
Excellent. There we
Brought me
go.
over.
Pushes
Good
you up.
start.
So I rush forward almost head first with the hammer kind of like led behind me with both arms, and as I come forward, I roar and swing it across his face. Let's go for damage.
It actually rolled the damage.
Oh, it did it
for you
already.
there,
Right,
yeah.
right. Yeah, there you go.
So
then,
the creature snarls as you smack it, and you hear a satisfying snap as your warhammer breaks some of the bones in its face. It recoils back, and I believe it is its turn. It's going to turn towards you.
Now, just to clarify, because I am using two-handed. Are we going by the two-handed number?
Yeah, I know that's kind of weird that
That's
the
odd, right?
the single-handed number was like more.
Yeah.
It swipes at you with a flat roll and gets a 16. Is that enough to
Ooh.
hit you?
It matches my AC, so yeah, right. It gets me. Yeah.
It is going to do a flat D6 and rakes you for 4 damage. I shouldn't ask you your AC. I know it. I knew it hit you.
All right.
All right. Does 4 damage to you. Then it turns around and begins to move away and recoils back in the corner. The same thing happens with each one of these.
Does that give me attack of opportunity on the
Absolutely
retreat?
it does,
All right.
yes.
So,
Actually, this one's going to go across here and cut and, like, get in close with its friend.
yeah. I go for a paltry, like, other swing, but their attack kind of took me aback a bit more than I like. So, it kind of fell short as it ran away.
All right. Up next, we have Nico.
Oh,
Okay.
that's not good.
And Nico's gonna step in here. 5, 10, 15. He's gonna basically just do a sling attack at the one that just ran away from Fanaze.
Excellent. Go ahead. Oh, got one for Branzino because he looks like he could use one. Now it's time for me to actually like update these
Yay!
things. Yay!
And do I have any
I
blessings
used
left,
mine.
Andy?
Do you have any blessings left?
I can't see the number because it's so small.
Yeah, it's a 2. So I believe you have
okay,
2
so I'll
left.
do the same thing as Fun as Zane. I'll see if I get lucky here.
Let's see if I can do this with.
Ooh.
No, okay. So basically, he pulls out his sling and kind of he steps in a little bit of that muck like on the ground, right? You said there's all kinds of bodies.
There's all kinds.
He
of
just kind of slips a little bit, like his paw pads just don't quite catch, and so shoots the rock, and it kind of just pings off of the roof of the cave. And he's gonna stay right there.
Were there any that I missed in terms of blessings and banes? I think I have everything on there.
I'm not looking, but I should have 1 now because I used mine last time.
I have 1 left, so.
Yep, that works. Updates them, except that everything's kind of moved over just slightly. You can still kind of see them. It works. I'll have to play around.
Where
with
do you
that
have them?
So they're on our stream, so you can see like right in our corner. If you just looked at the stream, you could see that there is
That's
a
cool,
bless
I like
symbol
it.
there.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Andy, can my guy move where that token is? Because I actually want to take a little.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Cover
will
in
move
case-
it out of the way for you.
Okay, just
Cool.
in case that big bad guy comes in there. There
I
we go.
keep mine on scratch paper too, just in case.
That's a good idea. I have a lot of things that I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
It is Farika's turn.
She hears a lot of things happening in there. 5, 10, 15. Oh, okay. Can't see much. She's
You could probably see the one over in the corner, like with its back against the wall, swatting at the air, telling
Okay.
you, "Stay away."
35, 30. She's going to cast Eldritch Blast at it just to see if magic is also pretty tough at them too.
Hmm.
You know,
Prob-
testing things.
Probably a good thing to know.
Yeah. Also, because in her other hand, she's just holding meat.
Yeah.
Ooh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
12 damage.
Which one are you attacking?
The one that you said that I could probably see.
Yeah, there's only this one over here.
Yeah.
Probably. Okay. You do. It looks like it is absorbed by the creature's like nixness, but the damage actually still hits it, and it begins to like swat less fervently, and you can see actually that like black nixness is pouring off of it like blood, and it slowly collapses from its injuries and sits still.
She's gonna take a step back and consider what she just did.
Really? Oh no. I didn't mean to make you sad. These are evil, mean creatures.
No, I know. Yeah.
No, this is exactly what I want. Feel
Andy knows
bad.
Probably
how to
the
hurt
first
you,
thing
you
she's
know?
ever killed.
Oh,
It wasn't you. It was the genie's wrath.
Branzino.
So, by the way, there's no N. It's Brazino. No N.
Oh, gosh.
Future reference. That's okay. Hey,
So
really?
good at this.
So each square is 5 feet.
That's correct.
How do you count diagonals as more? or...
No, this is a heroic game, so let's not bring a ton of math into this. I hope Andy
Okay.
isn't watching.
Cool. Then I'm going to there.
We need
And-
it's maths in the chat.
Strike
This
that
is Dungeons
guy.
and Dragons. It's totally math.
It's math.
Strike which guy?
I just moved my token, the one I'm right
Okay,
next to.
perfect. There we go. Excellent. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
I shall.
Perfect opportunity to switch up the music.
And let's see. Everything's slow. Well, so I missed.
Do you want to use a bless? You have a bless.
Oh. Yeah, I want to use a
I mean, or
blast.
do you want to save it for the big meanie?
Yeah, I'd have to hit a 4.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna use it.
Okay.
I'm gonna save that for
Gonna hold
when
on
I
to
get
it.
like a 12 or
Excellent.
something.
Excellent. Okay. Then that would make it Periergos' turn again.
Okay, so
Oh,
I see.
hold on. Didn't you give him Bardic Inspiration?
I did. I gave it to
To me.
yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Bonanza.
There we go. Bonanza. Never mind.
Bonanza.
Let's just add that to you so that we don't forget. Give you a little blue dot. There we go.
All right.
All right, Perry, what are you doing?
So I see my companions moving further in, and I hear the howls of these little kittens, and so I start strumming louder until I can see one. Where can I see one? There's one right here. There's 14. What is that?
That is their AC. So all the way back over here in the corner, you see where this is?
Okay.
Back to the left. That's
Okay.
where you saw one of the cats run to.
Got it. So I'm let's see, how far have I moved? 5, 10, 15. So I'm gonna just keep moving, like squinting into the darkness. And my strumming is becoming more aggressive, and I'm sticking on the lower strings. And then I unleash a string of curses as well onto this one here as vicious mockery.
Vicious Mockery. It's a straight nothing save for them. So it's going to be a 6, which I'm very certain fails.
Right, it's 13, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, double. That was weird. So they take a whopping 2 points of damage.
Whopping 2 points of damage. Okay.
I take that to your fair kittens.
Oh.
Meow.
They are like hissing and swatting at Brazino.
There you go. You got
Brazino. There we go.
And I'm just gonna end my turn, trying not to trip in the pile of bones.
It's pretty icky. Like, it's deep. There are some big carcasses in there, and definitely some like nasty rottiness.
I'm immediately
thank you.
disappointed at my boots being soiled.
Thank you so much, Thyrsa.
Thank you, Thyrsa.
Up next, we have Fonazi.
All right, so I'm gonna move up, and as I'm doing that, I'm sort of like currently, like I'm kind of going a bit gingerly off to one side, just kind of being a bit more tender about the wound I got, and 5 and 15, 20.
Let's see how this does.
And I'm going to. Would I have a clear line of sight to
Nope.
this one?
From there, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
It might have partial cover, but you would be able to see it for sure.
Okay. And I'm going to pull out a javelin, and I'm just going to, shout, javelin behind you, just to kind of give him forewarning that something's going to require him. And I'm going to throw the javelin at this one here. Let's see here. Oh.
Can I kind of do like a when I hear that? I don't know. No, yeah.
All right.
Oh, most certainly.
There we go.
Nice.
Would you like to describe?
I kind of wince through the pain as it's kind of tender by my throwing on the wound, and I toss it, and I'm able to get it just right, and it spins and on point towards it, and it nails it in the shoulder.
The Chromantic cub does that thing that cats do, where it like jumps back from the point of pain, and it immediately starts to try and claw it out of its shoulder with its other hand. Unless you'd like to do anything else, it is their turn.
Good.
They both frantically swat at Brazino. and it is probably going to be in vain as he is the most armored. They swat and hiss and bare their teeth, but cannot get through Brazino's shield. Nico.
Okay. Nico kind of sees all this mess. Goes 5, 10, 15, 20. If he's up here, like 25, he's got a pretty good shot line of sight here, where he's not gonna. For this guy?
There's gonna be cover because Brazino's in the way, but
Brazino's in the
you
way.
can still attack most certainly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and he's gonna basically do the same thing. since
Yeah,
he
so
knows
it would
that
push it up to a 16 because
Okay.
you have partial.
He
cover.
knows that the Nyx is kind of eating up the magic. Here we go. Oh, buddy. All right, yeah. I mean, he kind of stubs his claw on one of those little boulders right there, and it just sends like another errant sling bullet. Luckily, it does not hit Brazino, but yeah, Brazino's probably not too happy.
Yeah, it just kind of bounces off the walls, like a little bit of sparking flies around.
Yeah.
Anything else, or is it Fakira's turn?
I think it's Fakira.
It is Fakira's turn. What would you like to do, Fakira?
Well, most of her friends have left her visible range, so she's gonna catch up.
Oh,
She
no.
doesn't like being left behind.
I think I'm just gonna give you guys like the same stuff everybody else has, cause this is ridiculous. Yeah, let's do.
And she's gonna like peek between her two friends, be like, "Well, they don't seem that strong," and she's gonna cast Eldritch Blast again at it.
Go for it.
Compared
Come on,
to the big
Fakira.
guy. Nope, miss.
Your shot strays into the cavern side. Little bits of boulder drop down on Brazino's head. Fortunately, don't deal any damage to him.
Raise him one day.
And it is Brazino's turn.
All right, the one right in front of me, I'm going to attack.
Go for it.
Ah, sure. Let's see.
Are you attacking one-handed?
Yes,
So, what we were...
because I have my shield, so
Absolutely. Yeah. So you see the 14. So I'm going to allow you to describe the attack.
okay. So I kind of like, I know it's got a tail flailing, so I kind of knock it out of the way with the shield, just come down right on top of its little furry head.
It recoils back as it tries desperately to get a paw up between the blade and its head, and you rake a nasty gash in its shoulder. Not enough to kill it though. Up next is Periergos.
Okay. I toss my theater mask on to be like my brothers and do another vicious mockery at the same one.
Meow.
So it's a 13 wisdom save.
All right, just a flat roll for it.
Wenelekos.
Oh, it most certainly. And
Oh,
the other
no.
thing that's kind of bizarre too is these things are intelligent enough to understand what you're saying.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Here comes another D4 at you. Yes. That's what I was hoping for. So I guess I hit somewhat of a sour note, but still.
It winces, but more at
Yeah.
how awful the the insult was. Like, you could do better.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna hang out there.
Fonazi.
All right. Yeah, I don't think I can't occupy that. I can't occupy that space. It's too narrow. Correct.
Do you have a spear? Because you could reach through your companion.
It doesn't show that it's a reach weapon, so I don't know. Yeah. But I can use. I think I'm going to throw another javelin. Though.
Okay.
I'm going to just go
Yeah.
for another javelin.
Do you warn every time, Melchik?
I think I'm just gonna pull it out this time, and I'm just gonna say again. and hopefully he'll know what I mean.
Come on, baby.
Yeah,
do
let's
this.
go.
Right,
I know
spears
exactly what you
not
mean,
being
like-
reach weapons are the dumbest thing ever.
Well, I think they imagine like a medieval short spear, not like a hoplite thing. You know?
I think it's something that will have to be changed specifically for
Right.
Theros, just like
Yeah.
each one of you being proficient with shield and spear, because
Right.
that's what you would be fighting with.
Oh, he's nailing it. With
There we go,
these.
baby.
All right, and I
Yeah.
I go for it again, and it seems like I have its number. So even with the cover, it still hits. Correct. So
That's correct. Yes.
I let it fly, and I try to get it just below the last one I threw if I can nail it in the right timing. And catch it just below the first one.
It's not perfect. Brazino, you see the javelin come through just as it's coming up to like swat above your shield, and it catches it right below the shoulder in the chest, and you see its eyes go wide as it falls back, realizing it cannot breathe, and it curls up, trying to pull the javelin out, and then stops fighting.
Right on. There you go, Christian.
The remaining Chromanticub tries desperately to bite into Brazino's leg, but it is in vain, as he is too proficient of a fighter for the wild thing. Nico.
All right, here we go. So Nico, he's not feeling the sling, and so he kind of whispers Perforos's name kind of under his breath, and he has, he calls it Perforos's fire, even though it's just the cantrip. Here we go. He's fed up with it.
Ooh.
There we go. Boom.
Thank you for the follow, Fat Cat Photo. Go ahead and describe the attack.
Yeah. So he has this thing where he kind of has to cast his spells through equipment. So he has this. He kind of had dropped the sling and had pulled out this little tinker's hammer, basically, and then kind of like whispered Perforos's name and pointed it right at the Chromanticub, and then a blast of fire just kind of crushed out. And I guess for Janelle's character, she sees the whole cave kind of light up along the wall, and then if there's anything flammable around the Chromanticub, he probably ignites as well.
Its fur catches on fire, and it actually like melts some of its facial features off as it emits a scream that is vaguely human and then dies.
Yeah.
How loud was that scream?
How loud was that scream? It was
no.
pretty good.
Damn.
Not enough for the mom to hear?
Maybe.
Here we go.
That's my big worry. All right.
All right. And it seems a silence and kind of eeriness descends. You stand there listening for a second, but hear nothing.
My friends, it was quite a display of prowess and courage.
Yeah.
Shall we move onward? Not me, of course. I'm here to inspire you all with my song and my...
What was it? Was it a display of courage? Do you guys actually feel good after this, or do you feel conflicted?
A little conflicted.
I don't.
Mildly conflicted.
Mildly conflicted.
The time for glory is not yet.
But based on the bones and what they've been fed, not terribly conflicted.
Yeah.
If we look at the evidence around here, it looks like these have been up to no good.
Yeah, it looks
Those
like
those could have
been
Mama's
our
eating
bones.
people.
Give her 20 minutes, Fakira will forget all about it and be back to herself.
When I'm looking at Fanaze, does he look pretty bloodied?
Was it a scratch or a bite? I couldn't.
It was a scratch. Yes, it got you with its claws.
So I have a pretty profound scratch just between my arm and my chest, and that was giving me. And then of course throwing the javelin kind of like agitated it even more.
And we've fought together before. We're only first level, so Fanaze, would you like to have Perforos's healing before we get to this next room?
I think it would be wise.
Yeah, so he places the little hammer. Actually, he doesn't use his hand at all. He places the little hammer, kind of gives it like a little tap right on the shoulder.
Here
tiny
comes
hammer?
my little Chromantica.
It's like a little tinker's hammer.
Hi,
And
buddy.
the creature. Oh, there we go.
Yep. The visit from Baby Beatum as he
Go, bud.
pulls out my earplugs. Hi, everybody
Let me do
on
a screen
stream.
grab.
One day I'll be an adventurer and get to roll dice too. Yay! Say good night to everybody. Say good night.
Oh, I got a good one.
There we go. Good
Bye-bye.
job. All right. Night night.
Rawr!
That's a good smile.
Well, lion pirates now.
Right.
Lion
Rawr.
Alright.
I would like. Okay, so how much does that heal for?
So yeah, I think I could press the button here, right, Andy?
The
Yeah.
button. I'm sorry.
Yeah, here we go.
I think so. Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
Very
Okay,
nice.
so
There
yeah,
we
I'm back
Top it
to
out.
full.
Bad news, out of spell slots.
Yeah.
God bless
Oh,
first
boy.
level, but
I mean, I'm still quite boosted by
Yeah,
your
the
your
key is
AC
to
boost,
live.
so that's good.
Yeah. Next
yeah,
time.
Also, I'd like to go to the one that I threw the javelins at, and maybe see if I could salvage one of them back, or at least maybe even both, depending on how badly they are damaged.
So go ahead and roll a D10 for each one, and unless it's a roll of a 1 or a 2, you are able to retrieve your javelins.
Okay, so 2d10s.
Yep.
Okay.
Andy, while they're doing this, because Nico's kind of the brains of the operation, he's
So
definitely like standing guard, like looking down.
Excellent. Excellent.
So-
covered.
1, 8, and 1, 2. So I get one of them back.
You get
I
one
guess.
of them back. One of them
Okay,
is broken. It like cracked as it entered the rib cage
Alright.
of the creature. Nico, I need a perception roll from you. Oh, why you got to bring that up, Melee?
I know he's hitting where it hurts, man.
Yeah, he knows where it hurts.
Oh, the bats.
12.
Oh, oops. That was supposed to be in private. Just ignore that. Okay. Cool. What would you guys like to do now? You have this room filled with stinky, fetid carcasses, all kinds, and there's like bedding kind of in the corner, not like bedding in like a humanoid sense, but more like animal bedding where these creatures had like bunkered down.
Is there anybody in this pile of slushy gore that still kind of resembles like a warrior, or is wearing any sort of rusted or patchwork armor, someone that might have something useful on them?
Yes, give me an investigation check
Okay.
as
Just
you
grab-
sort through the nastiness.
Grab a semi-clean femur of some sort and start
Oh, boy.
moving things.
A dirty one.
Wow.
Oh, a dirty one. So not a critical fail.
Oh. That's still pretty terrible.
Oh, he's like so you like see the like most promising thing that looks like it might be a warrior, but it's underneath something, and you pull it aside, and as you do, just a wafting cloud of flies and maggots greet you, and it is like, it's obviously not enough to turn your stomach, but it's enough for you to go, nope, not gonna deal with that.
My whole snout just scrunches up and I just
No, thanks.
get away from the pile. I'm
Yeah,
gone.
yeah, forget it. There's nothing worthwhile in there.
No.
You guys have complete control of your tokens, and the environment will react to you exploring. We are kind of in an exploration mode. I will stop you as we need to. If you could please, instead of dragging your tokens, move them around using the arrow keys. That would be fantastic. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah, just select it and move it around using the keys.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't realize you could do that. That's good.
Yes.
Fakira grabs a long bone that's relatively clean and starts pushing things around, just kind of
Yeah, I kind of move up
Looking
ahead
at
and
it.
notice nobody else is, and I'm like, come on, guys.
Periergos, you look
Yeah.
down kind of a almost natural corridor and see and hear some water pouring in. It seems that like moisture from the top when it rains or just like dew gathers actually comes through the rock and coalesces here and begins to flow down the corridor.
So, Nico's kind of like an engineer, and this is curious, right? Because we're way up on top of a mountain.
Right. It
Uh,
is. It
so
immediately.
he has got, like,
it
a
seems
passive investigation that's-
strange.
That's pretty high. He's got like his passive intelligence is like 15. Would there be any kind of hunch that he has about?
You're
What's going on?
probably you already have a hunch, I can tell, and you might want to investigate it a little bit closer.
Okay, gotcha.
Nico, a question for you. Do you think it would be wise to, well, not myself, but perhaps you at the forefront, may put the blood of the pups, or the kittens, I should say, upon yourselves,
Think this will
in case
make us
mother
smell
comes,
better or worse?
you know, we get her a bit of surprise. She thinks it's her little kittens, and it's 3, I should say 4 fierce.
Let me see if I have like a nature at all. I don't. So would would we know if it's because I feel like it doesn't want to be smelling its kid's blood. It wants to smell its kids, right?
Well,
I don't know.
Well, maybe
interesting.
stay away from the blood. Just get a bit of the fur, you know.
Okay.
Just
So-
an idea. I mean, I don't know much of your kind. I figure.
But these like the chromanticores they're not Leonid. They're just part of them is a cat.
no.
Basically, I'm
Or
just suggesting to mask our smell. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to figure out like 'cause it's probably already heard it scream, but
I mean, you can say no. And we can move on. That's cool. I was just
no, I like the
playing in
idea.
character.
So do you guys go over and smear?
So I'm just thinking like
Chromantica
we
blood on
burnt
yourselves?
one, we burnt one, we blasted another one,
Yes.
but there is one that's kind of just dead, normal dead,
Yeah.
right?
I did.
Oh,
had started
Melee
off
wants some
down the-
spaghetti. I'm actually more partial to pork liver. I hear it is great in the Isles.
Yes, no on the Chromantic Cub blood.
No
I-
for me.
Yeah,
I-
Nico, it's a little. He's a
I had
little
already
too
left
cheap.
up down the hall.
All right.
I already have like
Chromantic
Maggots
blood
it-
on you.
maggots and gourds stink up
Yeah.
my nose, and I'm just not feeling it.
You kind of get the sense, Nico, that smell isn't going to be that much importance right now because the
Okay.
wind is blowing pretty hard the way you came in. So you might be able to
Like
smell
out
things.
the cave. Right?
Yeah,
we're
you
gonna
might be able to
stuff
smell
coming
things
out.
like further down, but it's not going to
Okay.
be able to smell you potentially. Brazino and Periergos, you see that the cave kind of bends around into a natural passage, and more water is pouring down the side and kind of dripping down into a lower section, and the corridor is slanted down.
Okay. Is the water pretty loud at this
Um,
point?
it's trickling pretty good, and it echoes a little bit, but it's not like so loud that you wouldn't hear footfalls, if that's what you're
Okay.
suggesting.
Is it okay for Nico to investigate now that he's made it up here?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation roll.
Oh my. That's
So-
no bueno.
Something naturally tells you that it's bizarre that this would happen, but understanding why it is happening is not really something that is occurring to you.
Yeah.
Again, you guys can go ahead and move, and if you see anything or want to investigate anything, go ahead and I will stop you if something pertinent happens.
Nico, I follow your lead. I'm kind of like trying
gonna-
to subtly suggest to them to.
So when Nico puts his his foot pad paw into the water, what's the temperature like, and does it seem like normal water?
You're not going to get any more than your investigation roll.
Okay.
So really the 8 kind of goes over you patting the water and feeling the water. It feels
Okay.
like normal
But it
water.
just seems like normal water.
Yeah, as far as you can tell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of in a lower rumble be like, our other plan isn't going to work, I think. So what's the new one?
If I remember, I was outvoted. You tell me what the plan is.
So you want to head back now, Periergo?
Well, I didn't say that.
Perhaps we go smother ourselves in blood and create ourselves a little chromanticore barbecue.
Mm.
You
All
guys
right, well, I'm gonna keep going.
just keep inching down the corridor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out my shield and my
Periergos is tired of their slowness, and he's just kind of going.
Oh, excellent.
I'm like gritting my teeth, like
Keeping
I
an
don't
eye
wanna
out.
shout.
Does Periergos have some stealth, Jace?
Not
light.
really. I mean, I have a decent dexterity,
Okay.
but
You guys can see now, right? There actually is
actually,
light
my stealth
coming
is pretty
through.
good.
There is actually light coming through in portions, like
From the ceiling?
from the ceiling, like light actually
Okay.
coming through, and a significant amount of water actually comes through in this section. It is, you're like, we were up there. I don't understand where this water is coming
So,
from.
and Nico's kind of whispering like, Periergos, slow down. You ain't got no armor on.
All right, I'm gonna. Oh, well, I have leather, but that's it. I'm gonna go to this little nook here and then stop once I hear them. If I can get in there.
Oh, this is so interesting.
We don't see anything else, huh? It's just still the
No,
water kind of running
it
downhill.
doesn't.
No.
It doesn't seem.
Okay.
Nothing is immediately jumping out to you in terms of like it being strange, except for the water. The water just.
Kira's
seems-
watching our back.
Yeah.
She's watching behind us.
Give me a perception check then, for Kira.
Nope.
The
We're all like right there.
wind kind of makes it hard to
Oh.
hear anything, but you don't hear anything other than you. In fact, like it's those moments when you're like you have like muffles over your ears and you can hear like really vividly your own body making noise. That's basically what you hear right now is the breathing and your own kind of shuffle.
Are we headed kind of up slope still? Or
No,
is it
you're
pretty
going
flat?
down. You're going.
We're
down
going
the slope.
down slope.
Yes.
I pull up my shield off my back and put it close to me, and I unravel my weapon is away, but my shield and my net is out, and I look over at Brazino and I go, let's take the front.
I was wondering when one of you would say.
Which one of the big fighters is going to take up the front?
I think I'm gonna take up the this is only one person wide, right? Going downward.
No, I mean you can basically get in there if you can see the grid. There's kind of
Go there?
space. Yeah,
Okay.
you could go there as well.
All right.
Fanazi, give me a perception check.
All right, not terrible. Not a terrible check for me. Well, there you go.
18. You don't hear anything, but you smell something acrid, something unusual. It's hard to place it. It reminds you a bit of lamp oil,
Oh,
but there's something different about it. It's not as like
Do we all smell this or
burning.
just
Fanaze. Fanaze.
okay. So it's got a bit of a lamp oil feel to it. If when we were in combat and Fakira's Eldritch Blast. Does it like give off heat when it's being fired? Like, would I know if it gave off heat when it gets fired? Okay.
Nico did burn it with,
Yeah.
with Perforos's fire, and it's
Okay,
not the same
right.
smell. It is not the same smell.
Right. No. Yeah, I know. I just want to know who did something that shows like a kind of burning like damage or something. Okay, so
Nico.
I'll look at Nico and I'll be like, be careful with your fire magics. Something smells ripe in the air.
Do you think we could use it to our advantage?
Possibly, but well,
And if Nico steps up next to him, can he also like smell what's going on?
Give me a perception roll, because it's kind of wafting by on the wind.
Oh,
It's kind of
gotcha.
like hard to get a scent of.
yeah. Because remember, we got the breeze coming upwards, so you may get mist or something.
He tells you of the smell, but you can't quite place it. There's something bizarre, but you don't smell what he smells when he describes it to you.
I'm being
Cautious.
I'm trying to pad my way.
Why don't you
forward,
give
yeah.
me a stealth check then?
All right.
Oh wow,
He's a sneaky kitty.
he is a sneaky kitty.
What other kind is there?
An angry kitty.
Yeah, I guess so.
I need to remember how to do. Oh, that's my like the Salamanca man is the is like the slave to show the stream. By the way,
Yeah.
I just forget every now and then which tab I'm on. Hi, Mother of Jedi. Welcome in. Welcome to Theros. Hope your stream went well. Our players are stalking through the layer of the Chromanticore, trying not to get ambushed. You make very little sound, Fanaze. You feel confident. It reminds you of stalking the plains, but not as warm.
How far can I go before I do a next check here? Like how far would you give me for that?
You can just keep going until I tell you to stop.
Okay.
Be-
Is this
be
okay to
bold,
go
you are
across?
heroes. Yes, they're
Okay.
the rocks actually kind of sit there almost as if placed to go across the water. It seems awfully by design.
All right, so I go about that far, and I guess I don't want to rely on the picture alone. So, there's something up there though. Oh boy, yeah, you have to tell me what I'm seeing here. This is interesting.
You spot something. A figure in a blue cloak bends over the pool of water, and you see what your nose had sensed. A vial of some kind, and it is pouring out black liquid. If you want any more information, you're going to need to give me a perception check to do a better spot as he moves.
Okay.
As they move.
All right, 17.
The robes tell you that they're a thaumaturge of some kind. In this world, a thaumaturge is a wizard, is a spellcaster. They have the raiments. You can see the scrolls and other knickknacks, but you also see something else kind of bizarre to you: shiny bits, intricate shiny bits that look very, very detailed. Something that you probably would expect at like a temple of Perforos or an acolyte of Perforos, such as Nico, to have.
And so these metal bits are on their clothing?
And
what you're
kind
saying?
of, it's hard to tell this far
yeah,
away.
It's pretty far away. Yeah.
But it kind of looks integrated into their
Person.
person.
Okay. All right. I kind of retreat back a few just to kind of commune over here. Some sort of mage type up ahead. I think they're putting something in the water.
Just one?
As far as I can tell. They're at the end of the cavern.
What do you mean by putting something in water? Like
They have-
pouring it?
They have something of glass and they're pouring a liquid out of it into the water.
When
Yeah, I think that's what the smell is. But I
Andy,
can't tell.
when you mentioned Perforos, like would anything that Thanaze is describing trigger any kind of memories for Nico?
No, I mean, it'd be really hard without you seeing it. But there are many wonders that Perforos and Keranos inspire in craftsmen, and it does not ring any bells to you.
Should we sneak up on him? I say quietly.
And you say there is just one.
I didn't enter completely into the cavern, but when I peeked in, that is what I saw.
Does anybody else think it's weird that there's a person here in the Chromanticore cave? Most of the other people are
Very
eating.
good.
Maybe we were beat to the punch.
Yes, perhaps he's trying to win the favor of the town. Shall we show him who the true heroes are?
Indeed. But how did he get this far without getting killed?
Well, you say he is a user of magic, no?
But he is alone.
Maybe he walked in here invisible or something.
Kira, is this where you could make friends, perhaps? Throw a little party?
Yeah. Or vanish into your ring again and we can just toss you over there. And
It's not really. Fortunately, I can't do that again.
Oh, it's a one-time thing, eh?
Yeah, per day.
That's too bad. This is quite the trick.
Comfortable. I don't think this is quite the place for a revel, you know?
Show him a
Sounds
good
like there's
time.
Sounds like
She's
there's
looking up at the dark, dingy.
some shiny bits. Perhaps it's a bit more beautiful up there.
Perhaps those lighter on their feet can try and stay out of sight but close, and then see what the response is for those who are seen.
I am a little light on my feet, but I am quite blind in here. You know what I'm saying?
There
I can't
actually
see.
there is a description
Oh,
about
it's
this
still lit?
room.
Okay.
It is actually much brighter in that
Oh,
room.
okay.
The
Okay.
reason being, Fonazi didn't get a good look at it, but he could see that there was a light source, natural, coming from behind the mage. Perhaps the source of all the wind that is coming into the cave.
We're pretty confident that there's a hole at the other end of
Absolutely,
this anyway.
yes. You're
Yeah.
very confident there's a hole.
Because we saw it from up above.
Hey, question. Can I cast sleep as a ritual?
I don't think you can. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think
I was just thinking about this the
Happy
other day.
Arcad.
Yeah, I was just thinking about this the other day.
I'm not used to spell casting, so I wasn't
If
sure.
Dungeons and Dragons magic was in like modern day life, the most popular spell would be sleep, and we would cast it on ourselves.
Yes.
I've had that similar.
Anyways, so we're making our plan.
I may be able to distract him to get him to look another way. I can summon a hand and perhaps toss a rock into the water.
I think he's up to no good.
Well, why else would he be here?
No good.
Exactly. So we
Well,
distract him and take him. What do we
we don't know
introduce
his skill.
ourselves?
Perhaps distract him with one of us and the rest of us close by and hiding. I feel like Us Leonin are often quick to judge, but I've
Not good to
become
judge.
a
You know good.
bit wiser
I mean,
after I left the plains.
perhaps aren't you guys able to kind of beat him into submission, but perhaps not kill him?
Well, we do not know he means us harm.
I
There's a
do
very
have a
fine line
net.
between submission and death.
I tell you what, I can go out and have a chat with him, see what he's up to. If he fires back, I run and you cover my ass.
How about you act like you're in trouble?
Act like I'm in trouble.
Yes.
What am I? How am I in trouble? You mean in danger?
This
In
could be
danger,
your
yes.
this
Like,
could be
oh
your
no,
dream.
little chimera or manticore babies are about to kill me. You run out.
Hey, Periergos, how about we go get some of that blood, wipe it all over you, and make it look like you got injured?
Oh, but my friend, my friend.
Oh.
That's a great idea.
You know how much this V-neck cost me?
I can make it look like you're all dirty and messed up.
That's the real reason you didn't join the Akroan army. They wouldn't let you wear
Yeah.
V-necks.
And look at my
V-neck.
boots. They are a complete.
That's canon. That's canon now. That Periergos
Yeah.
is doing that.
Didn't like the uniform.
So you can make him look like that?
Yeah. Some well-placed locations. Just 3.
All right. I am up for your plan. I can do my best to appear as though I am troubled and danger.
I'll try to stay close and out of the way.
I'm going to make sure nothing comes in from behind because I'm not feeling great about this cave.
Okay, so Periergos walks out to have a conversation with this mysterious figure while everyone else is going to sneak in to try and get closer.
So the plan was you
I'm not
guys were
sneaking,
gonna.
but I'm ready to run.
Okay.
Fakiro, were you gonna cast something on me?
I just read Prestidigitation again. It's wrong. Just kidding.
Okay.
And
That doesn't last very long. Those little things.
I
lasts
just kind
an
of
hour,
lean over and
40
wipe my sword across you.
Oh,
This is bloody from the last manticore.
you owe me a new shirt, brother.
I can clean that later.
I can get you. She can clean.
The stage
right,
crew
all right.
has quite a wardrobe for costumes, so
As much as I hate the suggestion, I perhaps I put some on my face, on my hands, as though I am wounded.
okay.
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm actually gonna like run out until I see him.
Go.
Do I see him anywhere? I don't see anything.
Keep going. Keep going.
Okay.
You might see
Okay.
him.
Oh, he's way over there. All right. And so right as I hop over these rocks, I'm gonna trip and fall right here, out of breath. Kind of just stumble on my hands and knees, and then get back up.
I want
And then,
a performance check.
Okay, you got it. Yeah.
Oh my lordy.
That is the
Oh
best
my
trip
lordy.
of my life.
Oh
My
my
entire career.
goodness gracious. Ah,
Yourself.
oh my
Da-da-da-da.
goodness gracious. Okay, hold on.
And the Oscar goes
Amazing.
to fun.
Better
That's awesome.
Okay. Let me see the additions here.
Yeah, seeing that you did that so soon in running in, I don't pursue you because I know the eyes are going to be
The
there.
figure steps closer to you, but doesn't move any closer. They were standing there looking towards you when you entered the room, which gave you kind of a weird feeling. They move because it looks like they're surprised that you fell, but they weren't
Okay.
surprised to see someone coming.
Okay.
And they pause for a second.
So I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead.
Are you okay?
My friend, I'm so happy to see you here. I've been attacked by these vile beasts at the front of the cave.
Oh,
Do you know what I speak of?
yes.
Just out of breath.
Yes, of course. You were
Why are you
attacked.
laughing?
You were attacked
You're some critters.
by the mutation's offspring. That's quite brilliant. I didn't. Did they survive?
I don't know. I ran away as quick as I could.
Hmm.
I didn't get many hits in on them.
Judging by the look of that blood, I don't think that's yours. What are you, sapien?
What?
Give me a perception check, Periargos.
Okay. I may bless this because I'm not so hot. I'm not going to bless this.
Ooh, yeah.
You have... I need to move the thing up. There we go. There we go. So now that everybody can see what's going on here. All right. He has they, because the voice is hard to tell. It doesn't sound feminine or masculine. The curvature of the body is just kind of stickish, and the hood is pulled up kind of tight, but you'd swear that their skin is blue.
Oh. Does that seem like anything I may know of?
No, you've never seen anything quite like this. Their clothes are very foreign and strange, and it says to you, judging by the color of that blood, I'd say it's not yours. Shame. I was hoping to have more of those things flying around here soon, but I guess not. And
my friend, you look a bit cold. Are you all right?
oh, I am completely fine. And it steps closer. Behind it, you see the opening going straight out to nothing but air. You can kind of see like the landscape around Alekos, kind of sticking out behind them, and and they flip open their cloak and pull out this like silvered rod, and then
Charge.
and then go ahead and everybody roll me initiative.
Oh, great.
Also,
Well,
do
no.
I hear anything that was said inside of the cave? Like, does it echo enough? That we
Yeah,
can
it
hear
echoes enough.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it echoes enough. Hold on, I have to before everybody does that. I have to
sorry.
clear out
Yeah,
the. I have to clear out the turn order. Please go ahead.
Okay.
Not bad.
Of course, I can't put him in here.
I love the music for this one.
Mhm.
It's nice.
All right, and he is very, very fast.
I'm real terrible.
Not
at this.
that fast.
Phew.
Okay. Well, that is going to go differently than I was thinking, and the music is no longer appropriate.
Oh. It's now a little more ding 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 ding.
Now it's a little more of a fight. Periargos, he looks like he is about to just jump out the cliff. What are you going to do?
I want to. So he's like getting ready to leap.
Yes.
Okay, I want to try to use Mage Hand and maybe trip him up, like kind of grab his ankle or something while he's doing that.
Give me an Arcana check, like an Arcana like attack roll or something.
Just a straight up Arcana check on ability. Okay. This is not my strong suit, clearly.
Yeah, so like
Drinks.
manipulating it. Oh, okay. All right. It actually doesn't. You see the hand like get close to him, and as it gets within like a foot of him, something cancels it out. It just stops
Okay.
and disappears. Would you like to do anything else?
So he does look like he's fleeing for sure.
Oh yeah, he's like about to jump out there.
Okay. I am going to, let's see. I'm going to move up. So that's 15. I guess I'm going to move my full movement and then call it there.
Okay. Let's make sure I get the thing in the scene. Excellent. and it is Fonaze.
I see him leave my field of vision and like kind of sprint out and trying to cast something, and I just bolt straight out as well. Oh, sorry, I gotta use Herald.
It's fine. At this
Okay.
point, there's nothing to like keep you from doing it. It's as you
it
go
kinda,
into the water.
Yeah, it kind of lagged on me a little bit. I think
okay.
that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
no,
as
oh,
far
no.
as I could go with that.
You're using your
but-
full Leonin speed, right? Because I believe that's 35 or 40.
Oh, one more
Yeah.
then.
Yes.
One more for me. Thank you for so I'd go diagonal there, and then what's the range on this? You know what? If I go over 30 feet in range, it's disadvantage roll, correct?
For the javelin?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't want to.
It is probably going to go out entirely
Yeah.
off the cliff and just into nothing. Not that you
Sure.
couldn't get more later.
Right. I want to say I throw it, but like I'm trying to get a non-lethal hit on him. Like
Okay.
I'm
Go
trying
ahead,
to get
go
something
ahead and make your attack
non-lethal.
roll.
Okay. And I'm probably gonna add inspiration to whatever is. Yeah, I'm gonna add inspiration to it
Okay.
as well. So okay. Javelin and disadvantage. 11 plus a d6, so.
Oh, thank you very much for the cheer. Missed the first half, but now a round of blesses for the crew of tomorrow's Twilight.
Oh, nice. Thank you
There
very
you
much,
go.
Tavares.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, my friend.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
for saving me from having to adjust L2's bless count.
So
I know yours that I adjust everybody else's. Okay.
a 13.
It does not hit. In fact, it deflects. It like you saw your javelin flying true, and then it looked like it hit something and like deflected midair and went sideways. Some magical shenanigans are going on here. He is protected by some kind of ward.
Is it deflected into the cave?
Sorry about that. I went to my it is I don't know. That's a good give me a 10 here, and
Okay.
it's gonna be 50-50. If it's 1 through 5, it's or if it's a 10, it stays in the cave. There we go. It somehow manages to stay in the
Yay.
cave. Perfect.
We'll mage hand it back.
Yeah. All right. I'm good. I already used my throw.
Okay.
So
Up
that's
next
fine.
is Fakira.
I'm going to. Oh, I guess we're going in. Okay, and I run in.
Okay.
Oop, wrong one. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Magic shenanigans.
Right? And I'm like, no, wait, what are you doing here? Come back and talk to us.
He actually turns around for a moment to look at Fakira, and he recognizes you. Oh, I should have known. The crew of tomorrow's Twilight. Stay out of our way. Alekos is doomed, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Super.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Are you gonna do anything now that
Great.
you've run into the room and yelled at him? You've used your whole
I use my movement. I'm going to. We'll see about that. And I'll cast an Eldritch Blast at him,
excellent.
even though I didn't see everything else get deflected. Nope. I'm going to bless it because reasons.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, cool.
It doesn't deflect, it absorbs, and you see it knowing what you're looking for. It actually like absorbs around him like this egg-shaped shield of force. He's using some kind of cancellation magic. You haven't seen it before, but you might be able to ask someone who would know.
Oh shit.
And it is his turn. And he turns back from Fakira after answering her question. And he jumps. And as he does, the rod of metal in his hand snaps open and snaps open again. And these strange propeller-shaped things pop out of them and pull him into the air. And he flies away. He drops about like 30 feet first, but you see him like fly up as he escapes.
Inspector Gadget?
Exactly.
Nico, can you make that?
He didn't even see it. He wasn't able to go into the room.
Yeah, he just go gadget the fuck out of here. All right.
Brazino, it is your turn. What are you gonna do?
Well, he just jumped out, right?
Yes, but
So-
you didn't see it. You just heard the conversation. Actually, you would have been running into the room at the time.
Yeah, so 5, 10.
Babacab, are you a Vorthos?
And that's as far as I can go. Oh, right there.
Gonna zoom out here a little bit, so we kind of get.
But I wouldn't have the shot on.
Nope.
Sorry. Yeah, so I wouldn't have even had a shot at him from there, right?
With a javelin, you probably could have.
All right, then I definitely want to throw a javelin.
It's gonna be like quite a bit of disadvantage as he's like flying away. He's like
down too.
Let's see here. He is. I'm gonna let you make the attack. Why not make the attack? But it's gonna have disadvantage. I'm looking for like super high rolls here.
Brazino.
Okay, so what do I hold?
You hold
What do I
control.
hold?
Control.
For
to make-
disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay.
A 16. Yes.
Can I bless that?
There is a possibility if you roll a 4 that you will hit him.
Okay, and bless is a 1d4 anyways, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here we go. Come on, lucky number 4.
Yay!
Boom.
Roll your damage.
Yeah, Eric.
Sweet.
Well, I'd already rolled when I threw it.
Oh, okay.
It's a 6.
Okay, 6. Excellent. Oh, it lodges into his lower half, and he's going to roll a check.
Can I?
Yes.
And I should have mentioned this earlier. I tied a rope to my javelin. We're at the end because of the thing. No.
This one's over 50 feet. This was like
Okay.
this
Yeah,
was an amazing
enough.
toss. This was like a feat of pure absolute athleticism, not just to like be on target, but to just get it that far was
Okay.
amazing.
No worries.
Because he does that in the Olympics, right? Brazino.
He's not going to roll. He's going to, because he has to make a Constitution saving throw in order to stay holding on to his contraption. Instead, he's going to use his epic resistance to automatically pass the roll. But he turns around and gives you an obscene gesture as he flies away, and you can hear
I give him a roar. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Ah."
You can hear on the wind, "I'll remember this."
That's awesome.
Oh, good. We're making friends.
It is.
Well, did he not say he knows you?
It is Nico's turn.
Why?
Yeah, I mean, I hear the
Bakira, you
roar.
have some explaining to do.
I hear the
Well, I'm
roar.
gonna
You not?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and I'm basically on the rocks. And I hear the roar. I'm pretty sure I didn't see anything. So Fakir will have to tell me about the ornithopter later.
I like that you guys saw that being a thing.
Y'all
No,
just
somebody
look
put it
at
in
you.
chat.
Hmm?
Somebody said it was an ornithopter in chat.
Somebody put
Yeah.
it in chat.
Yeah.
That might be what it is. We'll have
Java
to
cat.
wait to find out.
We're gonna be describing it so many times to Nico, going, okay, and then there was this.
All right. So you all watch him kind of like go off into the distance. Do you all want to come over and take a look at the ledge here? Or do you want to check out the room, discuss things?
I'm definitely going to the ledge because I'm so
Yeah.
mad.
Yeah, I go up to Brazino as he's watching this guy like shrink into the distance. I give him like a heavy pat on the shoulder. That was still quite the throw.
So where the light ends here, Fakira,
Oh, Fakira,
That's the edge.
That's gonna
Okay.
be like the edge.
Not the edge of the map.
Not the edge of the map. You know. So if you
Akira, perhaps you could clean me up a bit while you explain to all of us how you know this man, or blue-skinned thing, whatever he may be.
I start cleaning him up. Do I recognize him?
No, you don't think you've seen him before.
But he knows you.
It's possible because you are one of the elements that goes on stage for tomorrow's Twilight, that anybody who's been to see a show may actually recognize you.
Well, I'm one of the players. I'm on the stage pretty often. Maybe he saw me from that. I don't recognize him. I'm
Well.
pretty sure I would remember him.
Have we ever seen any of his kind at any of our shows?
A new quest is available.
Oh, cool.
New
Very
quest.
cool.
Yeah, that's
Ooh,
pretty-
he looks cool.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a fish man.
It was you
No?
couldn't get the greatest view of him. He definitely.
Well, I'm saying it
had,
out of
like,
character.
Had like that is not what he is. But
Oh, okay.
I mean, you'll have to play to find out. If you don't know,
Okay.
you don't know. If you do know, well, that's the whole reason we're playing in the Magic the Gathering universe. So,
I don't know.
yep.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm just
Cool.
mad because now he has my javelin.
Yeah, it's stuck in him.
Embedded in his thigh.
I just want you all to look at the reward on this.
15%.
And that is probably the highest you're going to get offered to you. And only you can complete this quest.
Oh, we're
Right.
after him.
Wow.
I'm not seeing it though. Oh, there it is. Okay.
You shut your mouth, Cam. I don't want everybody looking these things up.
Oh, we wouldn't do that.
I'm completely fine with it. It's all part of the fun of...
Maybe after the arc.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
after definitely.
Yeah, I don't really meta anyways. My
Well,
character's too dumb.
you all stare out and watch this tiny blue dot disappear, heading towards Alagos.
Great.
I'm gonna watch him as long as I can.
You watch him for quite some time, and some other things happen. From this perch, you actually have a pretty good vantage point of the the area surrounding Alakos, and you can spot a combat going on. It's hard to tell who it is, but you're fairly certain it's the ushers. Rounding up and putting some of the followers of Mogus to the sword. And then after watching that for a little while, way off to the north of there, you have a hard time believing that this is the ushers. You hear a loud kaboom and see an explosion just pop up out of the farmlands. And then everything goes like quiet again. It's not where the man in blue, the person in blue was heading towards. It was a different spot. But there's quite a few things happening around Alakos right now, and you're kind of missing all of them. And as you stand there kind of gazing out into Alakos, you hear a noise behind you.
There it is.
And the only reason that this is happening is because nobody immediately went to search the room. Otherwise, you would have noticed the javelin sticking up out of the water. You hear the sound of... You hear the sound of water pouring off from a large body.
That's
as it
awesome.
steps out of the water.
You're good.
And clomping up here and standing on the rocks behind you is the Chromanticore.
Oh man,
Awesome.
what a spot for a
Nice.
last stand.
Yeah.
With your
Plate's not ours.
literal backs to the wall.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
man, I should have
Literal
saved that feather.
backs
Oh, no.
Just dropped
It's
that.
on.
Backs to the sky, rather.
We're so good at this, you guys.
It's on. It's on like Donkey Kong.
Uh-huh.
Let's go.
Would you guys like to re-roll for initiative again? We can do that.
Sure.
Okay. Since we all know how to do it so quickly.
Hey, real quick, Andy, these spots that I'm clicking on here, are these like pillars of that go up to the cave ceiling, or?
Yes, they are indeed.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Before we get too crazy into this, how about we take a little bit of a break and then get into our combat?
All right.
All right. Yeah, I need to refresh before I kill a.
Yeah, I need some water.
Yeah, a little bit of water.
I'm
for
rolling
this.
And
some
of course,
good
playing
ones.
requires
Alright.
some hydration.
All right. So we will return shortly for the showdown with the Chromanticore. Please stick with us. We'll be right back to Theros. Welcome back. We are about to set off on our epic showdown with the Chromanticore. Let's see here.
Oh.
Yes.
I was just gonna say too, if you want, because I did tie the rope to the javelin, but I never had it secured to anything. So you wanted to say my rope's gone? It just was on the end of the javelin.
And he's
when
just
it hit
flying away with a rope.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm also down my rope
Excellent.
and a javelin.
Okay.
Where is
I'm losing a lot of stuff here.
Yes, you
Where
are.
is the javelin that got deflected and stayed in the cave? Where did it skid off?
It's
to?
probably right around your feet, so you could literally just pick it up right now.
Okay.
Not a big
All
deal.
right. Okay.
But Periergos is going to be the first to react. The Manticore actually looks like it hasn't necessarily engaged like to combat you yet. It looks at you, and it's got the two big old javelins sticking out of its back still. And the water shimmers off of it in a way that like highlights the Nyx nature of it, but it looks at you as if it wants to say something.
Hmm. Okay. What say you, foul beast?
Did you kill my children?
That is a bit of a difficult question.
I heard a death cry. I wouldn't have known you were coming if I hadn't heard the noise.
Yeah. But they're pretty strong for the size of them.
It roars and begins to charge, but it's your turn first, Periergos. You get to go.
Okay. I'm going
It's
to.
complicated.
Yeah.
It's complicated.
It's
I don't know. What do they look like?
Yeah. What?
Well, like me, there's three
They
of
look
them.
like rabbits.
Can you describe them for me?
Kind of awkward looking.
So what
As
I'm
we're
gonna do
slowly.
is I'm gonna do a vicious mockery at him. It's
Okay.
a wisdom 13. And then after that, well, I guess we'll figure that out first.
Oh, can you guys see this roll?
Yeah, I can see
Oh,
it.
yep.
One.
That is a nat 1. Oh my goodness. Normally I don't do spell criticals, but let's do spell criticals. Why not?
Okay. So how is
So,
it?
max damage plus a roll.
Okay. So 7 points then.
Ooh. Okay. Excellent.
And,
it recoils from, because it's not a he, it's a she.
Okay.
She recoils from this nagging pain coming from some otherworldly source. Did you want to add the insult in there?
Oh. Yes, we kill your kittens. How does it feel? How does it feel?
Obviously not.
It'll wear their blood upon me. And then I'm gonna dash over to this pillar
Good night, Mother Jedi.
right there.
Night, Mother Jedi.
Excellent. It is Fonazi's turn.
My mouth opens in a wide, toothy grin, and it's less of a loud roar this time, and more of like kind of a jest to himself as he like breathes deeply into that large like as he like exhales, kind of thinking to himself, "Those javelins are mine." And he, or at least one of them is, but he's just saying that to himself. And he kind of sprints forward and he goes into, he uses his last rage. Yeah, I can get right up to it. Just before I leave, I look over at Nico and I say, "Fire," and I sprint forward.
Fire.
And I go onto one of the rocks. I throw my net at it, and I plunk down onto the rock with my large shield, like bracing myself. After I throw the net.
After you throw the net, go ahead and make your attack roll. Thank
Come
you for the
on,
follow,
net.
Bobcat. Thank you for the subscription.
And I'm gonna bless that I'm gonna bless that.
Oh, you get him. Let me ask you a question. How big is this net? Because this is a large creature. Is it big enough to do its thing for a large creature?
It's allowed a large or smaller creature.
A large or smaller creature. And what status does it give? Does it say in the actual description of the net?
So it's hit by the net and is restrained until it is freed. A net has no effect on creatures that are formless or creatures that are huge or larger. A creature can use its action to make a DC 10 strength check, freeing itself or another creature with its reach. Dealing 5 slashing damage to the net. AC 10 also frees the creature without harming it.
Okay. So this net flies over the wings of the creature and it roars at you and is actually going to take a legendary action and attack you. Hold on one second.
So the net's in the air as he's attacking, or as she's attacking me.
It can still attack you, but it has disadvantage on the attack because it is held.
Right.
But
that's awesome.
It's still going to attack you anyways.
Okay.
Because it is furious. And it gets a 16 for its attack roll.
That is a fail. No.
It doesn't. Oh, I know your AC. So...
Yeah, but I got my shield out and I have the boost from Neko. So
baby.
So I have an 18 right now. Yeah.
Okay. It slashes against your shield though, and you see like little bits of like the shield fly up over your head, and
Sparks flying.
you know instinctively you are getting ready for that familiar feeling of your flesh being cut, but the shield deflected it right above your head. Okay, excellent. It is its turn.
So good.
And it is going to spend its action to make a check. You said a DC 13 check?
To get it out of the net?
Yes.
It's going to be, just for a regular escape, it's a DC 10, I think. Let me double check. Yeah. DC 10 strength check, or if you do 5 slashing damage for an AC of 10.
Excellent. Thank you so much for the subscription, Ginger.
Whoop, whoop.
Glad to see you in here. Yep, 2 months. Thank you so much. It pulls the net off with like one of its fingers and flings it into the pool. And it's going to actually gosh, it can't make any actions like that then. It just has to do that for its entire turn, and it growls angrily at you as you have inconvenienced it majorly.
And I'm still behind my shield. I'm still behind my shield, and it growls, and it's kind of a shouting contest, and I finally let out a roar like.
Vakira, it is your turn.
First, I'm gonna get away from this ledge. Yeah.
Hold on just one moment. Eric, I don't actually see you in the roll.
I know. I must not have selected my token. I'm a 4, so I'm last.
Oh,
so
4.
let me just. I've been
I'll add you in.
watching. I was going to bring it up after.
No, I'll add you in real quick.
Because you're the
no
fourth.
Big deal. No big deal.
Brazino the fourth,
So,
junior.
sorry
Exactly.
to interrupt you there,
The junior.
Janelle.
Rawr.
It is still your turn.
I'm still gonna get away from the edge. Yeah. And 5.
That's a very smart idea.
Look around. don't really want to get super close. So I'm just gonna run to the other side. And
Excellent.
back a little bit. I'm gonna be standing in the water.
Okay.
Is it very deep or anything before I
It
get in
actually is surprisingly deep. It is
Oh.
surprisingly deep. Yes.
She's not gonna do that.
But you can like kind of like wade into it just a little bit. But if you like wanted to get all the way in the water, you could be swimming in that water right there if you wanted to.
Nope. She's like, maybe not. And then she's gonna turn, and she's going to take her dagger. Oh wait. 10, 15, 20. JK. Not
Gonna
gonna take her
stabby stab.
dagger. She's not taking her dagger. She's gonna take her sling, and she's gonna use her sling and throw it at him.
Okay, excellent.
Cause
I forgot to put the AC token out, but it's there.
Bless.
It's weird how I see Fakira's
good.
rolls in
14.
my D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I see him too.
Fakira,
But just her.
Fakira.
Yeah.
Her dice don't lie.
Oh, very nice.
That's
Okay.
funny.
Damage.
Fakira.
You do
Or
hit
regular
My daughter
2
just gave you a bang.
magic.
4 regular 2 magic. Okay. Do you want to describe how it hits, knowing since you knew that how it hit?
Directly on his nose.
Oh, it boops him. He's like mid roar, and
So his eyes start watering.
he's like mid roar too
Her.
at a. Oh, she yes,
Yeah.
she is mid roar. Yes, I know. She is mid roar at Vanaze and just like interrupts it, and you see her go cross-eyed for a second. Okay.
It is my turn.
All right, Nico.
Nico, kind of a moment after he hears Fonate scream, "Fire!" He's gonna let rip Perforos's fire.
Interesting. Have a good night.
And I guess I will do the pull an Eric. Use one of my 2 blesses that are left. Come on, Thor!
Yeah, you need a 4 here.
Ah! Shoot. I feel like I'm in a pretty good position right here compared to everybody else, so I'm gonna.
You're gonna stay right there, huh?
I think I'm just gonna hunker down and apologize to Fanaze.
I need to take off some numbers from.
I've got 1.
Need to remember to go to studio mode before I do that. It's a work in progress. Okay. Up next is Branzino.
Zeno Brazino's
Brazino,
going to charge
Brazino.
and attack.
Go for it.
All right, yeah, he's within my range. So I'm running right up there with my sword and just gonna hit him. Hopefully.
Excellent. Go for it.
I will. My computer's being weird. There we are. And
Ooh.
do we know his AC?
Yes, you do. It's 14. It's right there
I'm
in
gonna-
that little token.
I'm
Gonna bless it.
I'm
Come on,
blessing.
Eric!
I think this is.
Yeah.
your last
Yeah.
one.
There we go.
The sun god guides your stroke. One-handed slash. Oh my goodness. Immediately after your turn, it's going to take a legendary action and whip his tail around and sends a barrage of his her tail barbs flying at you and says,
Bring it.
"Taste my javelins," as they fling out. So
Yeah.
everybody
I'm
except for
yeah.
Perry Ergos is going to need to make a dexterity saving throw of
Oh.
15 or
Do-
take this amount
Do
of
we get
damage.
It's not AC, it's Dex.
It's
See?
we have-
dex save.
Do we have part
Oh,
cover
that's
if it's
messed
going through my
up.
buddy?
No, because it kind of is flipping up over her head.
Going
So-
over. Okay, so it's a dex save.
Ooh. So I didn't save.
Ooh,
Oh.
okay.
I don't think anyone did.
Oh, I crit failed.
What do we have to beat?
You're beating a 15.
Can I bless this or no?
Yes, of course you can.
Okay.
There we go,
Sorry, I
Fanazé.
meant to do 2 there.
Hey, there we go.
There we go.
So
baby.
a whopping 3 damage for anyone who failed, and
That's
1
me.
damage for anyone who saved as the barbs shower into the room.
Do I take a minimum of 1?
I think so. Yes, you're gonna. take a
Because
minimum.
I'm raged too, so I didn't know how much gets negated. Okay, so a minimum of 1. Okay.
All right. I took my 3
Okay, excellent.
and I laugh.
And you laugh. Okay, it is Periargos' turn.
Okay, I step around this pillar and I got a little water in my hair, so I just fling my hair back. But it's still blowing. Seriously, it's still like ever blowing in this unseen wind. And
Of course it is.
There's plenty of wind in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right, it's even better then.
Oh, it's
And then
perfect.
I do another vicious mockery at him.
All right. Looking at a
The 13. Ah!
Ooh, it is a 14.
Okay.
It roars so loud it can't hear your mockery.
Fair.
We have a bless on Jason. Excellent.
Yeah, baby.
I need to
The
do.
herbal essence.
Are you going to do
Thank
anything
you.
else?
I think I'm just gonna move back because those barbs look vicious.
It is Fonazi's turn then.
So as I was reaching to grab my trident from beneath me, my elbow got exposed, and that's when the one thorn, pinched me from poking out from my shield. And so I kind of retract, but now I at least have my trident in my hand, and I pop over the shield, and I go in for a stab. Let's see. Yep. Oh, there we go. And
Ooh.
I go in for a stab, and it sinks into its mane, but it's probably, it's so like flowy and furry and has that starlight in it. It kind of goes in there, and I can't tell where it's landed, but I feel the resistance.
This starry blood is pouring down onto you, and it's like almost like the stars are like falling onto you, but it's bizarre to feel their weight. And as you get underneath it, it turns all of its fury onto you. It starts with a bite attack.
By the way, does that roll add the rage? Because
I don't know.
I don't think it does.
I don't think it does either.
Yeah, so I think that's 9 damage.
Okay,
Yeah,
excellent.
Yeah.
It dumps all of its rage into you. Tries to bite you first.
Ooh,
Oh, 18. You still have the shield out, don't you?
I do.
Its teeth sink into the top of the shield. It reaches around with a claw to bat you, but you turn like perfectly at the right time. It swings again with the other paw, trying to push down on you, but it cannot breach your armor.
I'm feeling it.
Nice.
Vikira, it is your turn.
Alright, well. Nah. And I cast Eldritch Blast again. Because she saw that the sling was okay. But apparently the Eldritch Blast, he's moving too quickly, and she doesn't want to hit her friends. So it just... She scooches up a little that's her turn.
So it actually gets absorbed by like the nightness in the room.
Ugh.
Nico.
Okay, so Nico actually noticed that he's not like he noticed that his buddy Periergos was kind of like, I thought he was walking on water, but there's rocks over there. So he's gonna move 25 feet over to this rock right here, and then he's gonna do what Fanaze asked him to do the last time. But this time, like, he's really gonna like channel Perforos's fire, and we'll see what happens this time.
Yes, it actually did add in the rage there when you hold the number. Ooh.
There you go, Nico.
Ooh. The only thing that keeps this creature alive is the Black Nyx Knight that absorbs the fires of Perforos.
And then
you can
Nico,
smell the
like,
burning, though.
Oh, it actually
admires,
didn't. Oh,
he
sorry.
admires Periergos' game, and he uses the last 10 feet of his movement, and he kind of gets up on the ledge right here behind him, so that I can't fit him in the right place. Like, I want to get, like, does that make sense? Like, behind the column as well, but on the other side?
Sure. Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm going to try the big guns finally.
Sorry, Andy, one quick thing.
Sure.
I did check the equation. It adds my strength and what I rolled at the 4 + 3 7, so it didn't add my
it does not
rage.
add it. Okay,
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
Good. It does. I was reading just the +3 for your strength.
Yeah.
Okay. All
I
right.
have a pretty big strength. That's why it looks weird. Yeah.
So interrupting is an epic action from the Chromanticore.
Oh no.
The Chromanticore flaps out its wings and pumps them into the room, generating a huge amount of velocity. Periergos and Nico are going to be shielded from this, but everybody else needs to give me a strength saving throw of 15 or be pushed back 15 feet.
Is this a spell or magical effect?
No, this is just
There we go, Eric.
Oh, sweet.
Dude, Fakira!
Yeah.
Woo!
All right, I gotta bless this.
Bless it.
Bless that. Bless that.
Oh.
Oh, okay. You are pushed back 15 feet, Fanaze.
Okay.
I was really hoping I was going to get Fakira and push her out into the nothing. Nat 20, too. Okay.
Amazing.
No,
We need to get the... I need to
Get
get
those hooves.
a copy
Yeah,
of
she
the
dug the
thing
hooves then,
cards.
yeah.
I got
Just
real
dug
good traction.
You actually, Fakira, you feel a hand like reach out and like plant on the square of your back, and the force pushes you forward, and at the same time you feel your ring like warm, and you feel like someone pushing you from behind, keeping you in place. Darn
I love
it.
that.
Now it is Brazino.
Yeah, baby. Finish this.
All right, so while its wings go up, I'm just coming right under him with my sword. And let's hit that mother. Literally, right?
Yep.
Baby. Yes.
There we go.
For Fanaze from Andy. Thank you. Okay,
Thank you.
what do we got
Baby.
here? Oh, you feel that blade extend into the Nyx's darkness. And as you pull it down, just the guts of the thing pour out all over Brazino.
Yes.
With a roar. It pauses for a moment and then flops down on top of Brazino. Just dead as its gore and Nyxness just kind of spill all over everything.
And you guys just hear this underneath this pile. You just hear this muffled laughing.
Gosh, you guys kind of wrecked that thing.
Yeah.
It helped immensely that you took half of its HP down before even getting into like the actual fight with it. So,
The
Dun,
net.
dun, 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 dun.
10%.
Nice.
Yes. Well, the quest is not complete yet. You still
That's
have
true.
to bring back the proof.
The head.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Does the body look edible, or is it too magicy?
Do you want to examine it to see if you can learn anything about it?
Yeah.
Because it seems like, something that might be, it's fairly unusual.
She's hoping maybe we can bring some meat back for the town.
Oh, yes, the town is quite starving.
Yeah. So she heads over, kind of pokes at it with a spear.
Give me an investigation check, or you could give me like a knowledge nature or something along that lines if you wanted to.
Yeah, no, they're both equally. Yeah, no, they're equally terrible. Yeah.
both are bad. Okay. What strikes you is that this creature is unnatural. That it isn't even like it's made of flesh, but there's something wrong about it. Everything, it's like this thing shouldn't exist like this. It's wrong. Could you eat it? Maybe. Should you eat it? Probably not. It's even dead. It's like still shimmering with the night sky.
Andy, could Nico is a little bit interested, like in the arcane aspect of this, not so much like the medical.
Sure. You want to
part
give
of
me an Arcana roll on it?
Yeah, just to kind of see if he can figure out like what's this unnatural bit. Anybody want to help me? No, just kidding.
Is there anybody who is like?
How big is this thing?
Oh.
Do I need help getting out from underneath it?
I mean, give me a strength check. We'll see here.
Brazino, I'd help you.
While
You're a bit
while Nico was
could-
checking, he
I could help him. Am I still in a rage or no?
Yeah, I guess you could still be enraged for another couple seconds. So if you move immediately, you could
I
get
got
it.
a 12.
Or I guess I'm still I can assist him too.
Okay. Magic missile. I'm catching up on all the blesses and stuff. So
I rolled a 12.
You rolled a 12.
Can I assist? May I assist him and he can roll another one? Or?
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
All right,
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah.
I'm holding him from
Come
the
on,
top,
roll
trying
20.
to lift with you.
I feel like
so.
Roll 20 has been cruel to me. 2 sessions now.
By the way, Andy, you got a ban earlier for my daughter.
Oh, I did.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Thank
Excellent.
you for the help.
Thank
She
you
was
so
mad
much.
because when I was setting up,
Woo,
I'm
thank
like,
you,
why are
Babacab.
all these dishes in here?
Let's see if that worked. Oh, you can't. I'm going to have to play around with this more because it is not working well. Oh, well. What did you get here?
22
Yeah, you for Arcana?
for Arcana.
There is nothing Arcana about this. It is
Oh.
made from the stuff of the gods. And as a result, it's really not, not going to work like that, unfortunately. So
That's cool.
in terms of like insight into how that happens, it's kind of a little
Is it more of like a religion kind of thing?
possible. Yeah, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You know that this creature is from like Nyx for sure. And that kind of makes it hard to like really quantify because the gods kind of follow whatever rules they really want to. So
Okay.
all right. I think that's about as good as it's going to get.
Is oh my god, why am I drawing blanks today? Branzino. Is Branzino out? Like I rolled a 15
Yes.
on the strength.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
so if
get
he's
him
out.
You get
Okay.
it.
I want to grab my hand axes and I want to try because you said we need to bring the head back, correct?
Yes.
So
that's
I
probably the
wanna
best proof.
Yeah. So I'm looking
I'll
at
help him.
I'm looking at like I'm turning its head and grabbing its mane, turning its head to try and find a spot that's easier to, but I can't see it through all the mane. So I'm kind of, he's very fat, like a lot of this stuff is a first for him, so he's looking at it, even though it is something that he just fought. He's kind of fascinated at the same time.
Oh yeah, this creature is bizarre. Is absolutely bizarre.
So
he kind of apologizes like quietly under his breath, and but he also thanks Clothis, and he begins trying. I don't know if it'll work, but trying to cut away some of the mane to show off where the neck is here, so we can,
when he sees him pull out the axe, he can feel Nico's kind of finger, like the claw, kind of tapping on his shoulder. And Nico has this in his pack, has got some carpenter's tools, and it says that one of the carpenter's tools is a saw, which might help once we get going here to make maybe be a little more efficient.
Go ahead and give me a attack roll with advantage, because you're kind of approaching this like you're cutting its head off for like decapitation purposes. So I'm assuming.
Yeah. Well, right now I'm just trying to cut the mane to find like roughly a better, like to make it a cleaner cut for the neck, right? Because it's like I'm basing it off of the picture, so I imagine it just mane is just so big. So I'm just trying to cut it down and maybe even keep a little bit, and just make it an easier spot to maybe for Branzino to give it a cut, or even to use the saw, either one. I'm
not gonna make you roll for that. You all kind of collectively work together to like shave off like a spot, or like pull off hair enough in a spot where you find it. It's weird because like on the bottom, when you're like pulling off the bits, like as you turn it, like the whatever the bottom side is like shows nicks. So it's almost like whatever it is, like the thing could fly upside down.
Yeah,
you think, and its back would show nicks as opposed to its stomach. So it's kind of disorienting.
I kind of look to the other Leonin, thinking they'd probably like get it, and I look up. I kind of, now I'm a little more comfortable in my element, like cutting this. Like I've finished the hunt, and I get some pieces of the, every once in a while I grab a nice good hunk of the mane, and I like present it to one of the Leonin, and I go around and I go, trophy. And I go to the other, like I'm trying to pass it around, seeing if they want to like make a prayer out of it, maybe sport it, because that's definitely something I would do. And then I don't know whether they take it or not. I also, after that I go to Fakira, and I'm like, trophy.
Nah, you can give my piece to Perrier Ghost. Maybe he can make a wig.
All right. So yeah, I offer it to the Leonin, and I give it to I offer it to Perrier Ghost.
Or goatee on one of his
Thank you.
Faunose, I'm not sure about that. The mane, that's a little bit close to home, but do you think we could make a cloak out of this Nyx?
Maybe.
I think if we cut a beautiful piece of it and we find ourselves a nice seamstress, I think Brazino would look glorious.
I'll try to be more careful. And I give like the little bit that I offered to Fakira, to Perrier Ghost, and I said, thank you for the lyre thing.
Nice. So he opens up his pack and he starts laying tools out. And then he's gonna I know in one of the packs it's got like a little pair of scissors and for the tinker's tools. And then like he's gonna try to just kind of, if everybody's kind of working as a team, give them pieces so we can get like the best cut of this Nyx, I guess, as much of the Nyx as we can get, and then kind of roll it up like a carpet.
So go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check with advantage. And I'm assuming Fonazi and
who's our best at that?
Brazino are going to like actually do the cutting. So whichever one out of the two of you wants to take it, but you can help the other one as well. So
I think I'm gonna leave it. I think I'm gonna leave like the cutting of the head itself to the one who dealt the killing blow. So I kind of like remove myself after I've done my like shave job on it, and the honor is yours, friend.
Thank you very much, Bruzino. Thank you. What do you want me to roll for cutting off the head?
Just a normal attack with whatever weapon you want to use.
I like how Brazino talks in third person.
Wants people to know his name.
Solid.
Here, roll. Oh, I thought I rolled.
Did you give me that sleight of hand there, Matt?
Oh, I thought you were gonna have those guys do that.
No, I was gonna have you
Oh,
do
okay.
it because you're like trying to peel it off like
Gotcha.
gingerly, right?
Here we go. Sleight of hand with advantage.
All right.
Come on, buddy. Talk to me. Roll 20.
Oh,
I
wow.
critted on that.
And so did I.
No!
Wow.
Woo, double crit. Eric, high five through Zoom. Boom.
You guys should start a taxidermy business because you cut this thing up perfectly. The trophy of the head. You even kind of like use a little bit of its own like skin lapped over to like keep the
It
blood
was all the
from like
prepping
pouring
that
out.
was done beforehand. It was like so clean
Yeah,
and
oh
shaved.
yeah.
Perforos respects a good plan, too.
Thank you so much for the follow, The Great Escapist. Welcome to Theros. And you get a significant amount of the fur and the mane to come off, it like attached to the skin. And you feel like with some work you could turn it into something most certainly, and it maintains the property where you turn it and it like has nicks in it. It's
Dude, that looks like that sounds like a paladin cape to me.
potentially.
So good.
You feel like your time here is done. Like there probably isn't much more to do. Are you guys going to
Akira's trying to figure out what that stuff was that they were pouring in.
Oh, that is a
Yeah.
interesting thing to take a look at. If you'd like to
Yeah,
investigate
good
the water, please go for it.
Yeah, even though it's probably pretty well dispersed by now. He said investigate.
Yes.
Did you want us to help you?
There's always the VOD, Great Escapist.
Yeah. Nope. This is
Nailed
not
it.
her forte.
32. You stare into the water, which is now heavy with the blood of this Nyx creature.
Oh yeah.
And it's hard to see because like the blood is dark, and from the description you got from Famaze, the liquid that they were pouring in was also dark.
Buddy got a bottle.
Oh.
Let me look.
Maybe we can get it tested? Maybe.
I
Maybe.
might have one. Let me check here. I have a small jar for cookies.
I have my water skin.
It would be weird tasting cookies.
Well, I
Is
mean,
it-
I'm saying we could just eat the cookies and then fill the
Is
jar.
it possible for me to recover any of the javelins that are in this thing, or is it are they pretty ruined inside of them?
The ones on the two on the back are thoroughly ruined from
Okay.
the mechanic of flying.
Yeah.
Just the wriggling it was doing back and forth. It must have been in a lot of pain. That's that's kind of the general principle of how all
Yeah.
shafted weapons work, is
Right.
that the movement is what ultimately does the killing.
Yeah, that's fair.
So Perrier goes, I wouldn't waste your water. I'm gonna go. Let's go ahead and he kind of offers
It's water
cookies to
everywhere.
He offers cookies kind of to everybody because he's got this like waterproof jar that the cookies go in. And
Wait.
it, it
Wait,
kind of
wait. He has cookies?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, he does.
And so everybody
Nico,
gets.
my
Well, not anymore.
friend, you've been holding out on me all
Yeah.
this time, but you didn't.
So everybody, well, this is the new
Good.
tradition. Like this is our first big kill. I feel like.
Yes,
We get cookies after a kill.
We
And so-
celebrate every
So everybody gets cookies, but then he kind of like
things.
shakes the crumbs out of the jar, and then he can see that she wants some of the water, and he just scoops up the water and then kind of seals it shut, and then he's gonna start putting his stuff back together. I don't think he's gonna be strong enough to carry that whole Nyx carpet, so I'll need one of the beefier dudes to.
I'm kind of busy eating a cookie right now. I'll get back to you in a minute.
Okay.
Thank
I'm
you
looking
for the
at-
blessed forge.
I imagine it's like a giant cowboy cookie.
I'm
Oh,
looking
yeah,
at it,
totally.
but as soon as you give it to me, I like press it too hard and it crumbles, and so I
Yeah.
catch it with my hand. I'm like, What is this?
Have you ever been
Cookie.
to those Middle Eastern stores? It's more of one of those sesame cookies. So it's
Okay,
kind of like,
okay.
it's not super sweet, kind of just a
Yeah.
little bit of honey, a little bit of
Almond.
sesame.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then
Yeah,
if we rest,
I'll
we
have to
could jump
carry-
out of here and feather fall down.
No, we should go back to entrance and get the baby.
Baby heads.
Well,
Oh,
Baby heads. Look, we did extra
Okay.
good.
mhm.
Let me hold on tiny bit.
Do you
To
do you
prove
want
there
to
will be no offspring to further torment the town.
Brazino, do you want to carry this bloody head or
Yeah,
You
I will.
want?
I will
It's
carry
already
it.
covered in it.
too bad we can't put it in the ring. If we maybe we sleep here tonight.
Perhaps you come into town wearing it as a headdress.
No, let's go. We need to go back. We have much work to do.
Yes,
We
you
do
do.
it.
Yes,
you
yes.
do. Okay. You guys make your way back out and down the edge. Let's actually go take a look at this. And
So who put the head in there? Do we have all the heads now?
I think we
Cutscene.
do.
Drop.
cutscene to the drop. Okay.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yes.
But if we, here's what's weird though, because I mean I know a long rest is long, but if we long rest, we could just feather fall down, without taking any risk. It'll just be the next morning.
Can you? Sorry, does feather fall?
It's
Is
up
it-
to 5 people. It says.
Oh wow, okay.
So it says choose up to 5 falling creatures within range. So that's us. Falling creatures rate slows to 60 foot per round, and then you get it for a minute, which is like 10 rounds. So is this 600 feet high?
Gosh, I think it would be pushing it. Maybe the
Pushing
max
the
that it
limits of
is.
featherfall.
No, I think it would be just under 600 feet. 600 feet.
Because to me, right, like we've done our so guys, we've done what we've come here to do for the first day. Maybe we just camp out here under the beautiful Nick sky and watch it, and then when we wake up in the morning, we just take the elevator down, take Perforos's elevator down to the ground.
Yeah, but I wonder, people won't have things to do tomorrow except for,
Well, I think we wake up early. We walk into town when the sun's coming up. It'll be glorious. Right
What
now,
time is it
we'll be
now?
Well,
yeah.
what time is it now?
It's about
'Cause when you look at
4 o'clock.
It's
Okay.
early.
And how
So wait-
long did it take us to get here?
It took you you got in at 8 o'clock. So it took you about 6. No, excuse me. You would have gotten 6 o'clock in the morning, real early, as soon as the sun was coming up.
Yeah, we were caring about climbing in the dark, basically.
Yeah,
right?
so
we
we
were
went-
worried about that.
Pew.
It's getting close to about the time that you'd start to get into the sun setting, not setting, but starting to go down. So light would become less, but it is getting close to being the longest days of the year. So sun is going to be, quite a bit out.
Not a problem.
Yeah, for now.
Okay.
Probably rises earlier too.
By the time you got down to the ground, because climbing down, it would take you probably a few hours, if not 3 or 4. I think that was probably a majority of the time that you guys were going, was that it would probably be in the evening, getting to be into twilight time. So
Yeah.
there would still be light, but it wouldn't be,
Probably safer to sleep up here than on the ground, right?
Although I don't like what we saw from here, I agree.
We
Rest
keep
would be
an eye
best.
out on what's going on.
Mm.
Okay. Is that what you guys?
'Cause- Yeah, I mean, I'm
we
just
can
thinking,
we can
I'm
do
just
it
thinking,
as we could do the democracy route again, because this is
yeah, I
about
like it.
a Greek
Well,
a Greek style.
And I will say,
campaign.
what I'm picturing in my mind is we could all just kind of lay out there and have this moment where we're not in that gross cave. We're just kind of out in the rock when we're just kind of looking up, because isn't that part of Theros? Is
not
looking for
until
bits
nighttime.
The sky, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and
the
so
night sky.
we've got. I know I have Perforos's fire. We've got a little bit of meat to eat. We could cook a little bit. We could, it's good. This could be good, and we'll still get back early because it's only 8 hours for long rest, right?
Yeah, so it'll be like nighttime by the time you finish up in 8 hours. It'll be like pretty much in like the middle of the night, like getting closer to. Yeah,
So
it would be like pretty much like midnight.
If we feather
but you
fell
have to
down,
take in watches. I think we'd probably still set up a watch.
You can still kind of accomplish that. You're heroes. You don't need to like be.
Okay.
You don't need to be sleeping for the whole 8 hours of it. You just need to be
Right.
resting and generally.
I guess because I'm thinking like there's no way we're gonna get back to the town with all this stuff like before sunset. So this way we just like arrive in the morning and we're fully rested and ready to rock and roll again, and we've got all the stuff.
Sure.
Brazino's pacing.
Okay. So I think what you guys are going to do is you're going to camp on the top of Trekkie's Pass, and in the morning you're going to jump off using Featherfall. Okay. I need a survival check from somebody during the rest.
Who's our best survivalist?
Oof. None of us remember.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. We're shit campers.
We all.
We are used
Does
to a
anybody
boat.
have more than +0?
I have a +1.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Always
Are we
bless
able
it,
to
right?
help? Are we able to help?
Use a bless on
Do I
it.
have blesses? I got 4 blesses.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Yeah, so
Use a bless.
we'll bless it. We'll help you out.
All right, here we go.
Come on, baby.
Oh my god.
We're so good.
There's no point in blessing that.
Survive so hard. We're gonna definitely need a ranger for our next trip.
So you're not going to bless
Yeah.
it.
Nah, screw it. I'll do it. Maybe it's a 10.
Get to a 10, yeah. Get to
Maybe
a
it's a 10.
Yeah.
All
Come
right,
on,
here we
baby.
go. Come on.
This will be the difference between
Baby.
noticing it and realizing it's standing
Ah.
in your camp.
10.
The
Cool, cool, cool.
sun begins to
Shit.
go down, and Nyx begins to spread out across the sky. You feel kind of weird. You're very aware of time right now. Today is the 17th of Megafession, the month of Mogus, and it's like basically like right in the middle of summer. And Megafession it's warm. You almost don't need anything. You're just laying and resting on the rocks. You have your like camping gear. And in the sky, you see depictions of Heliod doing battle with Perforos. And it's kind of a strange feeling for both of you as you sit there camping together, watching your gods in their epic battle as they fight each other. This is a story that both of you know well. They actually destroy and create mountain ranges with their conflict and rework the terrain of Theros. And in fact, the Trekkie's Pass is known to have been created in this particular conflict that's being displayed. So
That's
it
awesome.
feels kind of relevant to where you are. Periergos is on watch when he notices the strange figure standing in the middle of the camp.
Oh.
Let me pull this up. If I can find it. All of this art in here. All right. Excellent.
Excited for Xena, bedroll.
The reason that the figure was so hard to see was because it was made of Nyx, and it stands over you, Periergos, and looks down at you. You can see the outline and the 4 arms extending from it. 2 bright celestial bodies sitting in the center of its face as it peers down at you. Do you know what I am?
I do. And I take this cloak from around me and cover it around myself and appear as a starry night as well.
Hmm. Secrets abound everywhere. Knowledge is important because knowledge can help, but it can also destroy. Things that do not belong here are abound around Alekos. A person in a blue cloak. I cannot see them, but I hear their stories from my agents, from my eyes. They should not be here. They are not of Theros. Simply being here, they damage this world. I cannot abide this. You cannot abide this. Find these abominations. Bring them to the justice they deserve, and I will come help you when Heliod comes to dispense his justice.
Where may we find him? You say you cannot see him, but do you have any more information?
I believe he is being assisted by Phoenix. He has taken something that keeps him from all the other gods seeing him. He will be difficult to find, but I cannot see him, and you can. Simply keep your eyes open. I believe that Clothis is involved as well, and if the Fates are involved, I believe you will be in the right place at the right time. And with that, the celestial bodies start to like disintegrate, and you see them kind of go up into the sky and rejoin Nyx above you.
That's awesome.
Mm.
Oh, Andy, that was so good. Give me chills.
So good.
The music.
I softly sing a song to Nyx.
Excellent. The morning comes with no other interruptions. You take your time to have kind of a decent breakfast. Let me do some clericalness here, just to make sure that all of our indicators are all set together in the same way.
So we have completed a long rest.
We can click on long rest.
You have completed a long rest, yes.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
I've, upon waking and eating and whatnot, between my munches, and trying to braid the bit of the mane that I've cut off, and tie it with just a little bit of little string of leather, and gonna try and hang it off of somewhere on me, or even like tie it to some of my mane to have it like a braid coming off of my mane.
Awesome. Very cool.
And does this look like your first braid, or do you have several braids already?
I have one other that you can see because it's like
Cool.
it's like black. It's like not. It's clearly not mane hair.
Okay.
And so.
Were
yeah,
you
but-
wearing it, but like the first time we met you, so we weren't sure where the first one came from?
I mean, my mane's pretty big, so you could have just missed it because when I move and everything, it might mix because I don't have a lot with me, but I do have that one, like from what you could tell, I have that one dark braid, and then
Cool.
this is like the second one, and of course this one's got kind of a mix of like lion and whatever this Nixian kind of stardust look it has. So
That's awesome.
besides that, it'll just look like some of my mane is sparkling a bit, but it's the rest of it's kind of camouflage with the rest
Very
of my mane.
cool. Very
Yeah.
cool. All right. You all have Nyx prizes now. Excellent. So you cast Featherfall and you leap. And it's a little unnerving at first, but you
I was so excited for that.
you make it. It's amazing feeling like the wind coming up across the paths like smacking you in the face as you descend down. You see a ton of things as you're slowly falling. You can see several like fires off in the distance. That you noticed all these things earlier. They look like the remnants of the events you saw yesterday from inside of the cave, and you just descend. You can actually control that token now if you wanted to. If somebody just wants to go pull it all the way down to the bottom, because there's no grid, so you can't like.
Oh, can't
Yeah,
click
there
it.
you go.
It's just full drop.
It's just full drop. And you land in the valley below through Trekkie's Pass. And you begin marching your way across the wilderness. Not the wilderness, because it's not wild. And here we are
I could
again.
see that.
Are we gonna
In
do
my-
fast?
In my mind, Fakira
fast like we
landed with like a superhero landing.
Yeah.
Like the-
Yes, of course. You can do some fast travel and just
Chris
get
Wanda.
all the way back to Alekos if you want. There are several things on the way.
Kind of like when we came out.
Yeah, exactly. You kind of have the general idea of things from yesterday. Like, if you wanted to go to where you saw the ushers fighting, you could do that. If you wanted to go to where you saw that explosion, you could do that as well. Or you could just go straight to Alekos.
Are they all kind of equidistant? Like, are they distant?
So, as you can see on this map, there are several bodies on there, and I'll pull it along so that everybody can see. Here we go. So here is Alekos.
Mhm.
Here is where the explosion came from, and over here is where you saw the ushers fighting the forces of Mogus.
Which one is the valley, or none of those the valley?
The valley,
Like where the stations are at?
this is what you would assume to be the valley.
Okay.
It
And that's where the explosion came
So-
from.
exactly. Yes, there was
Yeah.
an explosion there.
So
Would checking on the followers of Mogus and our ushers be en route to where the explosion would be? Like, should
It-
we do one?
in
Okay,
s-
it's
Instead of going straight, you'd have to make a big old curve.
Mm.
You could hit all of these things on your way back to Alekos, but instead of going straight to Alekos, you'd be making quite a bit of like a detour to get there,
okay.
and it would cost you time.
has Per Ergos told us what he saw last night, or was that a private thing?
No, yeah, I will tell you all that.
Yes,
Okay.
you were
You guys
all
know all that.
visited by
A
a
prefix, yeah.
god.
That's awesome. Okay, so my friends, I really appreciate you allowing me to rest up and use Perforos's assistance getting off that mountain.
Oh,
I
I'm
think-
sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt, but you're all level 2 now.
Yeah.
Oh,
And since you
wow.
had a long rest, I mean, if you guys wanted to do it right now, I know that kind of like throws a wrench in things. We still got plenty of good time to get more adventuring done. So we can come to it if we come to it.
Mechanically, for the 10%, have we already earned that, or is this
No.
like you gotta deliver it?
You gotta
Yeah,
deliver.
we
so-
gotta deliver it.
It doesn't matter if you do it; people gotta see.
So,
Yeah.
So my friends, like, I
Brazino
think,
wants to take the heads back.
yeah, I think this head is not
Yeah.
it's not gonna smell better with time.
We also
And I
don't
think-
want it taken from us.
I think if we
Yes.
get it back there and the people see it, it'll give them hope.
That is an interesting perspective. You guys force march it. You know what's out here. You're not gonna.
I'm
you're not
assuming
gonna
the
run.
ushers did their job.
And
Yeah.
if they did their job, there's a chance that they wouldn't even be there anymore. You don't.
Right.
You're not entirely sure. Okay.
So, sorry, are we checking the explosion area, or are we going
I
straight?
think we're
I say
gonna
we
get
just go
back.
straight.
We're gonna finish, get this 10%. in the
Okay,
bank. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with that.
All right. You guys march all the way to Alekos and in through the city here. Here's your token. Let me bring it back over. You know, based off of the map, that there is a kind of center area where the God Spire is. That's kind of like the main.
That's 8.
That's 8, yes.
Cool.
And if you were going to stick that trophy anywhere and present it to the people, it would be there.
Sounds awesome.
You guys begin to walk into the city, I'm assuming.
I mean, I feel like Brazino. You tell us what he's looking like, Eric. But this is like his time.
Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing as you walk in?
This is the charisma
So I'm
time.
gonna start playing music
I'm
as
like
well.
lifting it up, the head up.
Holding one of the little ones out.
Oh, you guys have a bunch of heads. You
Yeah.
have 4 heads.
Actually, everybody has a head.
Yeah, everybody.
Well, my hands are full playing
Yeah.
Hey, actually, that's
Heroic
perfect.
music.
So you're playing the
Yeah,
music. 'cause
3
there's
little
3
heads.
of the
and
babies.
Brazino.
So give me a performance check then, Perry.
Oh yeah.
Please don't make me fail here.
Come on, Perry.
We're all kind of like hyping him up.
What?
Okay.
He doesn't get
it's
like
not bad.
advantage.
It's not bad. I'm gonna bless it just for good measure.
Okay.
Just for good measure.
Just for good measure.
You gotta smoke them if you got them.
Oh my god.
Oh,
In the Mediterranean, 13's a very good number.
There we go. There we go.
Oh.
Okay. Regardless of how well Perry is playing or not, it still seems that everyone is paying attention. They see the head of the beast, and you hear the people talking. Give me a perception check, Nico. Out of all of the Leonin who are reveling in this, you're probably reveling in it like the least. So you can like look around a little bit. Thank you very much, Escape.
That makes sense. I would not be
Oh,
noticing
Jesus.
anybody. I'm so like.
So
stoked.
Nico is
Thank you
actually
very much
in
for
his
the
mind
follow,
thinking about. So they've talked to him about crucifix, and they talked to him about that orthonocopter or whatever. So he's already like he's actually looking in his notebook, and he's sketching out like little rough sketches of the thing they described that dude flew off with. He's paying attention to nothing.
Oh, okay. He is not paying attention to anything then.
He got a 4.
Instead, how about Fakira? Give me a check.
She's as they're walking in, she's weaving through the crowd, kind of holding it up too.
Fakira.
Excellent.
Nope.
Oh, buddy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You
This is
see
a party.
you
This is
see
a
the
party,
crowds.
man.
You see the crowds, but you don't necessarily like really notice. You just notice the crowds are there. You don't really notice like how they're reacting. And when you get closer to the Godspire, you actually notice that there's somebody else there already. The ushers are there, and you kind of notice the players as well. And now we are going to resolve a couple of quests because we have to find out what happened with their missions. So I'm going to pull up these quests for us to take a look at, and we can discuss how they resolved. So the first quest is the Followers of Ruin. Let me bring that down so everyone can see.
These are in our notes, aren't they?
Yes, these are
Cool.
in your notes, so you can go take a look at it if you wanted to.
Thanks,
Okay. So just as a reminder, these followers of Mogus came out of the hills to the north and descended upon the land and began killing farmers and destroying farmsteads. You sent the ushers to go out and secure the farmlands and deal with these marauders. So how this is going to happen is that one of you is going to give me a roll for the ushers. In this instance, because you sent the ushers, they have advantage. And there is a scaling success that will have repercussions for the ushers depending on how good you roll. So
Is it just a straight D20 or
a straight D20 and a 10 is a success, but a 10 I'm trying to read my own notes here. A 10 through a 17 are just like a normal success. If you roll an 18, 19, or 20, they have benefits for the ushers going out of there. Anything less than a 10, you will fail and not get the reward bonus. And if you roll a 1 or a 2, or excuse me, a 2 or a 3, the ushers are going to have negative consequences, and a 1, the ushers will have very negative consequences. So, who's going to take this roll for us?
I'll do this one.
Okay. You have advantage, just straight 20s, roll with advantage. So you could roll them one at a time.
Well, that's kind of what I was going to do.
Okay.
Ooh. Better be a good
Dude,
one.
we're pooping the bed here. 4, 3, 5.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy.
Hold on. Unrecognizable command.
You gotta do the 3D dice, man.
Yeah,
you gotta
just
do
use
the
the 3D
advanced
dice.
dice
You can see
roller.
it.
Oh, no.
Like we're in order 2, 3, 4, 5.
No. Oh, no.
Oh,
Okay.
Brazil.
I'm rolling terrible.
Roll 20 is killing us.
Barnaby meets you, and the ushers have dour looks on their faces. They're covered in blood and burns, but
Now it was advanced though, so it wasn't the crit fail.
it was not a crit fail. It's the 5,
right?
Yeah, it's the 5. They tell you that Barnabas has bad news, that the Marauders are more numerous than they thought, and even though the Marauders, they believe, have moved on now, they've basically killed and burned everything in the farmlands. There's no farms left. There's no farmers left except for the ones that have fallen back to the village. Thank you so much, DM Susan. We do have some challenges going on. Thank you for contributing to Jess's one shot.
By the way, a bless wouldn't have helped that, right? You gotta get 10 or over.
Yeah, you would have still failed with a bless for the 5. Oh goodness.
Would it have changed the degree of failure?
No, it would have been the same. You know, one less for a 4. No, it's a 2 or a 3. If you had rolled a 2 or a 3, the ushers actually would get negatives to their next roll, as they had lost men. They took minor casualties in this combat, but they weren't beaten up to the point that they became less effective. Barnaby is actually slightly injured, and he takes the ushers back to tomorrow's Twilight to like patch up, and says, "We'll be ready to take your orders as soon as you're ready to give more." So that is a failure for Quest 2, the Followers of Ruin.
Sorry, guys.
Bad news. Still,
Dude, still
there's a crowd.
Roll.
There's still the crowd gathered who are completely interested in what's going on. But as you're getting information from everybody else, that's kind of like.
I mean, it is the month of Mogus.
Oh yes.
So they had a little bit of.
They were being
on their side.
driven on for sure. The next quest was Bad Mama. Bad Mama. Let's see here.
That was the players.
The players were sent to investigate children going missing in the street. So they have advantage on this one as well. A scaling success. So who is going to take this roll? It is also advantage.
We'll do one roll.
You love kids, Kira.
Yeah, see, what I was trying to do was go a theme. Like, for the fighting one, it should be like
Yeah.
me
Warriors,
or
yeah,
Christian.
Yeah.
You know, so then I was like,
I
okay,
think you're
so
gonna
I'll
get
roll
it,
that one,
Janelle.
and then like either Sisla or
Come.
Because we've.
So
Yeah,
it's
you're
a
gonna-
10. It's a 10 to get something out of it.
You're gonna rock
Above
it.
a 10 is not a failure.
Gulp.
yeah. So I think there should be. Yeah, go.
Kids love
Alright.
Fakira.
Here's number
It's so
1.
fun.
Fakira,
with
Fakira.
advantage.
Hey.
We're already
Okay,
in the
we're
business.
definitely looking at a success here. Are we?
An
Yeah.
advantage?
Here comes
Yes.
Nat 20,
Yeah, go
baby.
Go ahead and roll that second one.
Nat 20.
Oh!
Oh,
There
Fakira!
we go. Okay, excellent.
Kira,
Um,
Fakira.
Better.
Ein.
So there's that, because that was a sliding scale success thing too, between 4 and 7, because of a roll. Is it a higher percentage?
Absolutely, yes, and there are benefits. The players are going to get +2 to their next mission you send them on, and they also succeeded in saving several kids, and they have a story to tell you. They traced Ein, one of the actors that you know from the ship, comes forward to tell you he's kind of not necessarily like the actor. He's also like a stage manager as well. And he is a centaur, and he tells you that the players found out that all of the children who had gone missing were playing in the old Olantan ruins. There's a keep that used to exist in the middle of the city. It exists right at marker 3. And the kids were all disappearing while they were playing there. So they did some searching and found a passageway into the lower ruins. And down in there, they found this thing. A woman, a returned woman, so an undead woman who was gathering up the children. She had about 15 children down there. Most of them were dead. And when they died, they turned into zombies. 3 of the children were still alive, and they managed to get those children out, go link up with the town guard and some of the ushers when they returned, and deal with the returned mama and put her and the other children down.
Nice.
It would be cruel to use it here, Melee, to bane these successes. They already failed one without me, but I need to use it. I need to use it more often.
Why aren't you fucking these guys?
The
more?
families.
That is Ryan's voice.
The families of the 3 kids that you saved are immensely grateful. Even the families of the children who died are also grateful that they get to have their children and lay them to rest. So, you're going to be getting 7 percentage points for that success.
Yeah.
Maximum possible.
And was the reason we started at 97 because we also got a few points?
No, you
we
just
got
started
3.
with a 3% success
Oh,
rate.
okay.
That's all.
I thought you
But we
gave
got
us
the
a few
3.
bonus points for saving the guy.
So even though the ushers have their heads down from ultimately being unsuccessful and going out into a nasty fight, there are still happy people around thanking the members of tomorrow's Twilight. And when you come, there is already a crowd gathered ready to accept your triumphant return.
Nice. So Andy, I thought you gave us some percentage points though for saving that dude from the Chromanticore on day 1. I'm like,
I gave
did
you
you
3.
not?
I gave you 3.
I thought you did. I had that in my notes. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm not making this up.
Save me.
I thought that's what the 3 was. I thought that's why we started at 97.
Okay. So
Just because, like, I know it's
me-
going to be a tough roll.
Tell me about how you present these heads to the crowd.
I'm as we're walking through the streets, of course, oh my god, my mind and names is terrible today. Branzino is like, of course, headlining the whole thing. But I'm like just off to a wing of his. I have my shield in one arm and I have my trident in the other with the head right on the trident. And I'm saying the terror of Aliekos is finished. Behold, her and her cubs.
Wow! The crowd.
As he says that too,
They
I
were
hoist it
already.
up. I
Yeah.
They were already expecting it. Seeing you. They were just kind of waiting.
Yeah.
And here we go.
How tall is that Godspire thing?
You now have 77% chance of failure.
That's much better.
That is
Oh,
much
down quite a
better.
One day.
One day, indeed. You also see coming through the crowd to meet you is the dockmaster, Agatha, and she waves her arms at you as you stand there taking accolades from the crowd. And as she gets closer, she says, "We have heard of more." Excuse me. I should put on the mask because I have the masks for that reason.
Yeah.
Nice.
Heroes, we have more problems that need your attention. Please, I know that time is short. Come to my office when you have a chance. And she is like immediately hugged by a couple of like the people in the crowd. They know her, and so she kind of gets pulled into the revelry a little bit. But you also notice that despite the good news, the revelry is not like off the chain. It's reserved.
Oh.
You hear a couple of murmurs from the crowd about how the gods still hate Alekos, and that the solstice is coming, and soon Heliod will take his ultimate revenge on the last city of Olantin. But there is some optimism, at least. It isn't enough to turn the entire city around, at this moment. But it's a good start.
And we won't hear from the stagehands till tomorrow, right? Because we put them on a 2-day.
They're doing a.
You can actually go over and see how
Yeah.
they're doing.
Nico would like to kind of walk the perimeter of it and kind of give them some like boost them a little bit,
Yeah, you go
Yeah.
check them out, and they're doing quite well because they're very good at what they're doing. You can see how things are going to go, and unless there is some kind of catastrophe, they are re-erecting like pillars and stuff. Unless there's some catastrophe, they're going to do quite well, you think. But you won't know until probably tomorrow night.
I'd like to at some point during this, I don't know if is this kind of we can kind of summarize what we're doing in town right now?
Sure, you
or-
can take a little bit of time in town since you kind of haven't had a moment to really do that yet. And
so
there is like a palpable feeling of like ease as the one threat that could come into the city and get them that everybody knew of, because obviously the bad mama was there or whatever. They're a little bit more on ease.
okay.
What would you like to do?
I'd like to buy a few, first some practical things, just buy a few javelins to replenish what I lost. So probably probably like 3 javelins to get an even 5.
Okay.
And then I would like to go to wherever they sell wine and buy the largest, buy 2 large jugs of it, depending on how, probably the cheaper side of wine, but 2 large jugs of it. Give one for us and one for the tech crew that's doing some building and whatnot.
Awesome.
Because I usually work with them on the sidelines when we're doing performances. So
you take a swing by the merchant brothers, who are the only ones that really have anything in town worthwhile. Do some haggling with them. They tell you, "Oh, it was so good. You see, it brought good luck from the gods. You stop by, you buy our stuff. Come by and buy more stuff. More luck from the gods for you." The guy, the bouncer who skipped leg day, doesn't like look at you at all. But the chubby, very very hairy merchant gladly sells you javelins. He's got quite a bit of them, and lets them go for a decent price. And then you make your way over to the Pacho. The Pacho is not far from the Godspire, right on the corner here. Number 9, and it is the local watering hole, and it is kind of dead. You go in and you look around and you ask for service, and a young girl named Gianna comes to ask what you want. And as she immediately sees you, she goes, Oh, goodness. We just got a bunch of blesses
Woohoo!
from Lady LaFay. Let's see
Oh.
here. For Eric, for Christian, for
Sam.
Matt.
Thank
We gotta
you.
restock
Thank you,
for a
thank you.
bit. Okay, excellent. I will.
Thanks, Sam.
I will put those
Woohoo!
in. But she seems a little frightened by you at first, and has to work up some courage to come say, "How may I help you?" in a very reserved, quiet voice. Is anyone going to go with Fonazi before we start this?
Yeah, I'll head over with him.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have gone with him actually because I need to get replace some gear as well.
Uh-huh.
Bedroll, and this is actually where I would notice where I'm missing my,
Oh no!
Oh no.
my discus, and I'm kind of like just keep going through the bag, like
Oh,
again
no.
and again and again and again.
No.
Like it's got to be here somewhere, but it's not.
It's
No.
not. It's
Not happy.
So I ask, I see the kind of apprehension on her face, and I look straight into her eyes and I go, "Don't worry, I did the beastly killing for today. I'm quite worn out as it is. I just want some wine for my friends and for some of the crew."
Oh, well, good. Sir, I'm sorry to inform you that we actually are out of wine.
Is there nowhere where there is some wine left?
There, I have water and some of this coffee, but there is no, as we know it right now, there are no libations available in the city. We've tried desperately to get some, but no one, either they're keeping it to themselves or they don't have it.
If it's being kept among themselves, how much would it be to have it not kept to themselves? And I kind of give her a narrow-eyed look.
Well, you'd have to ask whoever it was that kept it. I don't mean any disrespect. It's just that the farms are all burned up. The vineyards, too. It's hard times for all of us.
I lean back in my chair and I go, if you can provide a large amount of water for us and the crew, that would be enough then.
I'm sorry, we're not provisioned for that either. If you go to the bazaar, the brothers there, I know they have some barrels, and you can find the well is actually just out behind here. I'm sorry.
What do you have then?
Some food. I can get you water enough for you from the well, but I think that's about it.
I'll have some food then.
Okay. I'll be right back. And she goes in the back. They've got like a pot on where they just keep like a stew going over the day, and it's kind of what they just kind of feed everybody.
A throw together, yeah.
Yeah, it's whatever's kind of available, and they just feed anybody who comes in. And she comes back with a very meager bowl of stew. There's not much in it. It's like a little bit of meat. There's really not much like vegetables or like stock in it. And she gives it to you and goes, "Afar must think we are terrible hosts. I'm sorry, this is all we have." And normally we'd include bread, but it'll only be 2 krones. Or she asks for like basically a crow in copper.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like nothing. You could tell she feels bad about the quality of the food that she's giving you.
I give her 2 silver, and I try to pretend like I take a spoonful already, and I try to pretend I'm really enjoying it. And I go, "That will be enough. Here is for your trouble." And I give her 2 silver.
You all sit around in your chairs eating your paltry gruel, And just then, Barnaby comes in with Agatha as well, and they join you at the table. And you see that Barnaby has brought a wine sack with him, and he hands that around. Tomorrow's Twilight brought some provisions, and he passes it to you, and you all begin drinking. Well done. I can see you had better luck than us. And you see he's got a bandage around his forearm where he was attacked by something. So I don't think we're out of this mess yet. Worse off is Moro hasn't returned. She said she would be back by last night, but we've been going down to the water side every so often just to take a look. Beginning to get a little worried. But I don't think you have time to worry about that now. Agatha has some other things to tell you. And that's where we're actually going to end our session for tonight. We will begin next session with a fresh round of quests from the Portmaster at Alekos. And maybe we can find out a bit about the fate of your Captain Moro. Thank you for joining us, everyone. We are so very happy to have you with us on this adventure through Theros. I'd like to do some shout outs here. Cam, thank you so much for sticking with us in the chat. It's always very interesting.
Thanks, Cam.
To hear you, and I love you giving all those lore drops. L2S, please check out Christian and his streams. His world building and his art streams are
unless he's not there.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
yes, he is. Yes, he is.
You never know. On Zoom, it's different than where it is.
Yeah.
The man, the myth.
Jason, he does his writing streams, and he's also with us for Darkest Kingdoms. You can also see Eric and Matt and myself playing in Darkest Kingdoms. Or Dark Kingdoms, not Darkest Kingdoms. I'm thinking of Darkest Dungeons.
Yeah.
Dark Kingdoms on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, right here on the Adventure Archive. And of course, if you want to get in touch with us, please check out our Discord. Come chat with us. We have a channel for Theros Tomorrow's Twilight where we'll be posting things and talking about stuff between streams. Lady LaFay, who has done quite a bit of our emoting, she also streams as well. Please check her out. We very much love one of our own. The Gilded Troll, they're kind of our siblings in all of this, and we absolutely love their streams. Let's see here, Mother of Jedi, who stopped by. You can always check out her Twitch streams, her crafting streams. Quite a bit of fun. And Andy, the Mathemagician, the real evil Andy, he does great DM preps and runs Rime of the Frost Maiden on Mondays before us. We won't be having Dark Kingdom this Wednesday. We're taking a little bit of a break, but I will be back on Sunday from 2 to 4 Pacific Standard Time for paint streams. I give away my miniatures, so please check them out. DM Susan is somebody who's helped me immensely putting all of this together. I've learned so much about Roll20 and just kind of how to set these things up. Thank you so much. Check out her streams. She does a Roll20 stream. She does video game streams, and she also runs Tomb of Annihilation. And again, we'll see you next Monday. Stick around. We'll be doing a raid here once I figure out where we're going. Thank you so much for being with us. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.